clip of a possum walking. Marvelous. Last time, you guys went deeper underground. I think you also negotiated with a guy for an axe or something. You made some fine deals. One of your boys almost got completely sucked dry by moss.
Yeah, that was the
Stinky.
thing that happened.
That was stinky. Well,
It's
what surprises me is that no attempt was made to use a spell like Mage Hand.
I don't have access to Mage Hand.
Or like a grappling hook and rope or something, you know.
We did. We said that
did.
first, and then
Did the thing
someone
happen?
wanted to test some things out.
Yes. And that's usually what happens. And this is why you sometimes have callers in parties, is when this happens a lot. It's happened once, so put down 1 mark for getting a centralized person who tells the GM what's going on. Marvelous. But now, then, you guys ran into a guy who was like, I'm the toll man. Nya. And then you beat up the toll man really good, like. Oh boy. Did that man quickly regret everything he was doing? Luckily, you also got to regret what you were doing because you suddenly got strangled. And we all learned that the rules for suffocation are significantly worse than they seem.
Yeah. The old instant death.
Yeah, the old classic instant death.
Yeah. Remember that old chestnut?
Ugh. But you've managed to survive. You found a hoard of some fine loot. As well as that you made some friends. Let's not forget the friends you made along the way.
Hooray, friends.
You made sort of friends with the goblins. You made sort of friends with some stinky cave people.
I mean, we made sort of friends with some goblins. The other ones we did brutally murder.
Well, you didn't.
Arguably on.
I know. You did murder all of them.
Yeah.
And also, goblins. Murder is a weird term when something vanishes when it quote unquote dies, so. They're probably fine somewhere.
There's always a goblin somewhere.
They're like
We
cockroaches.
sent him to a better place.
And now he has to wait in line for his reincarnation. Cool. What a better place to be.
All the paperwork you have to go through to get reincarnated.
So basically, you just put him in timeout.
To be fair, that is exactly what you should do with a goblin that's acting out. Gotta put him in timeout, baby. But as you stand among several corpses, mostly picked clean, whatever these choking boys definitely did like eating every bit of flesh on the bones. Which on the plus side means that the smell's not so bad. You are now left with the question, what will you do next? As you stand in this tight, dank cave. It's not so tight or dank for your kobold, of course, because he's small.
First of all,
It's perfect for me.
unless I'm misremembering, I think you mentioned that there was a +1 composite short bow of striking. Was there a striking round?
I think the striking was on the sword that I have.
Why does my to give loot not have anything in it? Whoops. I forgot to replenish. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yes.
Santa bag of gifts.
Let me just do that by hand then. Because unfortunately the only things you can make are just normal items. You have to adjust them manually. Short bow. Composite. And then I do this. Give it a moment. Don't drag it out. I'm editing it.
I won't touch it.
Giving it the prerequisites. It's not made of pressure material, but it has a +1 and a striking run. There you go. There, now you can take it from the loot pile.
Thank you.
Or you can just drop.
I'll put my old one in the loot pile.
I need to do something smart, which is open up my GM screen for ease of reference.
That would be useful, right?
Clickety clack, break mother's back with this fine GM screen. Well, the choice comes to you. You're standing in this cave, and one of your boys is probably plinging that bowstring as he's getting a grip on it. But, you know, what you're looking for is not in this cave. Let's put it the nice way.
I like this one.
I think they were trying to stop us from going over
Yes.
there to the east.
You were
So,
going east at the time, yes. You were following the path, as it were, that was in the large fungal woods.
Yeah.
Well, small. The
So
fungal woods themselves are small.
it sounds to me like the things things that are worth protecting are over there. That would probably include a forge filled with magic weapons.
With the stuff you're expected to find and hand over for big money.
But I expect this means we'll run into more hobgoblins.
Probably.
They had a
So-
doorman.
Be on your toes.
Should only be on your toes if you're wearing high heels.
Who says I'm not?
Oi, you can't spelunk in high heels.
Dressed for success.
You gotta dress for the job you want, not the job.
This kobold is dressed to the nines and going to hell.
Trust me, at some point someone's gonna go, those are some nice heels you got there. How do you want a job?
A kobold in 6-inch heels.
I don't need the mental image, thank you. Of click, clack, click, 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 clack.
Yeah, there's a door over there. We'll probably head that way.
Marvelous. There is a door over there. Excuse me, that door is supposed to be locked. But I did not do a run where I locked every door that needs to be locked around here because there's only one door that's locked. Not many locks in natural tunnels.
Actually, can we also take 10 minutes? I need to heal my bear.
Yeah, I can probably heal myself also.
Let's
I
just
would
assume
be
that you
okay
took
with a
10 minutes
full
when you
run.
were searching up all the loot and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So I can just get 8.
Just do it.
Bear is a lesser hurt.
42 and then 50 from 2 lay on hands.
Oh, Gibbles, you're getting big.
Oh yeah, did his size change since you were the funny level?
It has, yes.
Allow me to increase this token size to full size then.
Does that mean I can ride him now?
Said bear to big boy.
Bear is now proper person sized. You may now
I
hug.
think we
Yes, technically you could ride him.
He's also a lot harder to carry across that bridge. Luckily, the bridge is gone.
Yeah, good thing there's no bridge anymore.
All works out.
Can someone help me with my wounds somehow?
Oh, yes. One moment. Let's do a quick medicine check. Well, I have assurance, so just get 10 HP back.
How much do I actually get back because of my wounded status? I have 3 dots.
You keep the wounded.
Wounded goes away when someone treat wounds you, or
Alright.
do you take a rest? So. Does battle medicine help with that? Is a question that just came into my head that I don't have an answer to. Neat.
Well, this was just regular treatments.
Didn't we get some scrolls last?
I think you did, but I
Yeah, it
couldn't
was
tell you.
written in chat. It was blindness, fireball, haste, and earthbind.
Don't forget, you can cast anything you have the. If it's on your spell list, you can use it, no matter how high level it is.
Unless someone dragged them into their inventory, they're not in the loot sheet.
Handsome.
I certainly did it. Certainly didn't. I can barely read.
Delightful. You can barely read. Excuse me? What happened to you?
I can barely read magic language.
Listen, all you gotta do is believe in yourself and squint really hard. I'm sure you can do it. You just gotta
Sure.
believe. Marvelous. Anyway, there's a door in front of you. At some point.
Yeah.
Oh,
As soon as I'm not gonna go in without everyone. I'm just gonna wait by the door.
great. Who doesn't want to be by a door? I sure do.
Is it locked? Wait, is this the door that was Is this the locked door that we're going after? The troglodytes seal?
This is the door you will refer to, probably,
Okay.
if I recall correctly. Also, I need to turn my volume of Foundry down. Otherwise, my ears are going to get blown up every time I click the door.
Oh no.
Auto clicker away. Well,
Wait.
let me
wait,
just.
What's glowing black there? What's glowing back there?
That's a mushroom. There's big fungus around there that sometimes glows a bit.
Okay,
there are
I
little
don't trust
glowy
mushrooms
vegetables
anymore.
around.
Well, it's not the yellow stuff, so at the very least, it's not the one that tried to kill you with by sucking out all your vitality.
They're completely off your diet. I'm gonna knock on the door.
If you
Gotta
give
be
me,
polite.
if you give me 10 seconds, I can pull up the appropriate description for what this door is described as. I just have to find a number. I can do that. Here we go.
What are you doing? The enemies are behind there.
This
Hobgoblins.
this rather
Yes,
large
but this could be their home.
this rather
Oh,
large door is
big.
definitely not made by any troglodytes, because it's made out of it's this huge metal iron plate set with many silver runes. It's 5 foot tall, 4 foot wide. It's a very stout door, you could say. And there's a smith mark, the one that you were supposed to find, engraved largely across the front of it. It's also very rusted, since it's made of iron.
I don't suppose they'd be interested in taking the door.
No, probably not. Also, you're pretty sure this thing is going to weigh so much you're going to need the whole party to work together, and it might not even fit through the passage that you went through.
Maybe if we got some wheels, we could turn it into a cart to carry the things we find it within.
Weren't you also told that perhaps the key might be in some other area? If
Yeah.
they lost it.
Well, if no one responds to the knock, then we can probably go check out some.
How much do you knock? Like how much time do you give it?
I'd say just 3 knocks and then wait a bit.
In that case, you won't get any response.
Okay.
They said the key was in the sinkhole.
Yes. So you're going to have to find a hole that's sinking.
Right.
It's common sense.
Curious concept.
What
Looks
a
like
concept.
passageway down there.
Taking a closer look, it appears to be just an area where it ends. It's just where the cave goes, and then stops. Although it does slope upwards, there's not much up there.
I don't suppose they gave us any kind of directions towards the sinkhole.
I don't know if you
Oh,
asked.
Yeah.
You know what? Since I'm nice about it, they probably told that the sinkhole's somewhere to the south from where they were.
Yeah, makes sense.
Could reach the door, the area from the same cave as the door is in. You'll find some stairs and some more stairs. This set of stairs over here next to the actual pathway. This one, too. Also, your boots are covered in random fungus and moss as you're trudging through the stuff. Also, mud.
Gross.
Doth my dark vision see these assorted
Yeah, I can see some
containers and whatnot?
Those are large coffins, crypt coffins, ornamental enough to be one, at least.
Great.
Whatever there's anyone in there is up to you to find out.
I don't
Is
feel
this-
good about grave robbing.
Well, maybe
not?
something has fallen out of them already.
The dead should stay dead. Gotta.
Ah, but monastery. What if they've been raised into undeath?
What if they put their weapons in there?
No. What if they're ghosts or skeletons, and only a paladin can put them to rest?
You make a valid point. Then I believe it's our responsibility to at least check to make sure all of these bodies have been laid to rest correctly.
I agree.
I'm gonna
Oh
go up the
my,
stairs
you little scamps.
to Coffin Zone, USA.
As you move over
more
to the
of it.
many coffins, there are, a quick count will reveal about 23 of them. Each is 6 foot long, 4 foot high, and 3 foot wide. All made with a variety, and they all contain images of, very serious looking dwarves. in full armor.
Do any look as though they've been disturbed?
Let's have a quick glance around the place. See, I really do wish there was just a button I could push, and it's like everything is bright now for the GM only. Instead of me having to deal with the exact same darkness. I mean, to you it's like pitch black. To me, it's it's very dark blue, and I can't see very well. Well, none of them have been disturbed, though. I can assure you that much.
Okay, good.
These dwarves did not haunt their own graves. Or, these extremely heavy lids are doing the job.
What
Hotbath
about
will
that
give
water over
a quick examination of the place just to see if there's anything they've missed.
You notice that despite the fact that the walls have been carved and reinforced in places, one section has crumbled and collapsed, and water is mildly seeping in. Maybe in a few decades it'll start to properly flow into the chamber. Hot bath,
Interesting.
what are you looking for?
Okay, guys, what are these
Anything
guys?
outside of these coffins that's just lying around, maybe?
I want to
Peeking
find
around
any
edges.
objects that are maybe not entirely possible. That's going to take a little bit of time. So you scout around, look behind, next to the coffins, between them. Betwixt is the fancy term. What you do manage to find is that there is, between some of the coffins, is a balled up skeleton. Very much in fright, and also in armor. Rusted armor, though. Not much usable. However, you do notice that between the rubble of his corpse, all the bones and pieces of equipment, there are some glittery gold things. Sparklies, as it were.
Found some shinies here, and it's not even in a sarcophagus.
Hmm.
Can I
Even
tell
with
if this
the
is a dwarven skeleton, as collapsed as it is?
Considering it's a rather stout figure, it's either a fat child or a dwarf.
Some fat child in armor died here.
Honey Boo Boo died here.
I just say a little short prayer for him. You know, poor guy. Not a place anyone should have to die.
May you eat good donuts in heaven.
So does this count, monastery? Is this something we can take?
I suppose it wasn't part of funeral rites, so I guess it's just kind of laying out in the open.
Marvelous.
I'd say it's morally grey.
Very handsome. All right. You reach. Now, these are two are very close together. This guy got himself a good hiding spot, but you managed to recover a ring that's now in your loot inventory. It's a shiny gold ring. Like, you're pretty sure it's going to fetch a pretty penny if you can find someone willing to buy it. It also has an engraving on it in Dwarven runes, so if you can read Dwarven, you can read it.
I can.
Marvelous. So, translation to English not possible because proverbs and sayings work like that, but it's kind of like work hard. Be a diligent worker, and all things will come to you.
A very dwarf sentiment.
Sort of like he who digs the deepest hole will have all water flow to him.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things where like that actually doesn't sound like a good thing.
Hard
Yeah,
work
he's gonna get
pays
buried
off.
in there.
Maybe they should like make the saying "He who digs the deepest well will always have water." That just seems more optimistic. Work hard, play hard. Oh, dwarves. Anyway, it's a
Like
fancy ring with an engraving.
Well, unless I'm mistaken, this passage will lead us back to the creek where we saw the dead troglodytes and the hobgoblin.
Your spatial awareness tells you probably.
Yeah. Looks like this loops back around.
The fact that Snoggo's ears pick up the sound of distant humming and buzzing, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, the blood flies are there. Let's not go there.
So probably not the single.
I mean, you don't want to deal with those things. Snoggo just rolls down the slope. just goes.
Tuck and roll.
Would this breach count as a sinkhole?
Not really.
They see me rolling.
I mean, it's a very liberal interpretation of the term.
This is likely where the water from the stream ends up,
Hmm.
or at least a catchment of it.
Can I go take a look?
You could definitely climb up the rocks. Like it's not just water erosion; it's also partially collapsed, so you can technically climb up there. Take a look. You'll see a lot of water. You'll also pick up the fine, fine smell of fermented meat, which means it's stinky meat.
Stinky meat.
Very stinky.
Somebody's thinking here. Let's not go this way.
Some Scandinavians have been here.
Exactly. It's only sauerkraut over here, buckaroo.
That's a no.
Sorry, what happened? I was AFK.
We
We found
checked
some
out the
stinky
water,
meat.
and it was stinky in there.
Mm.
It's all big stinky in your dreams.
Well, not in my dreams.
What kind of dreams do you have? Like you're not dreaming of big stink.
Last time I dreamt, I was at school and someone made fun of me.
Oh.
If you give me 5 seconds, I could look up a fun monster fact for you.
Oh,
Because I just remembered, I
What?
think troglodyte stench used to work a hell of a lot different, and it was ridiculous. It was very stupid. Anyway, you find a set of stairs carved into the wall. Finely made as it gets, although judging by the fact that they haven't fully finished the walls and furnishings, this was more intended for our pragmatic use. So
What
it's-
use?
Essentially, they weren't quite done yet making it look nice.
it was
Oh.
just out of convenience
It do what it do.
rather than aesthetic. Looks moldy in here.
Oh no, I have to run away.
What the heck was their deal, man? So,
Looks like the water flowed down through here.
man, troglodytes in 3.0 were a hell to deal with. Their stench not only made you overcome with nausea, it also gave you 1d6 temporary strength damage.
Wow,
Jesus.
that's big.
That's
Big
brutal.
stink.
That's a big stinky. My muscles atrophy at the fact you aren't bathing too enough. There's a small stream ahead of you. The mud deposits off to the sides have allowed for small plants to grow. Judging by the fact that the floor is mostly flat and smooth, this area may have been used for something at some point, instead of being a natural formation.
Well, working in medicine, I can say that when something smells really strong, you aren't as strong as you are.
Yeah.
At least I'm not.
Possible. Entirely possible.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not
kind of
gonna-
hard to concentrate when everything smells really bad.
Yeah, but technically speaking,
includes-
being sickened and nauseated already gives you that penalty. The fact that it gives you the 1d6 strength on top, or maybe the 1d6 strength was meant to be that effect. Snagu, as you callously walk over the slippery sections of moss and
no.
plant growth, you think that after dealing with so much hardship, you would perhaps be a little bit more cautious, let your friends walk ahead, but nope. Bold and brazen, that's apparently what you are.
Oh, for the love of...
I'm
Can-
a dragon, okay?
Can you roll me either an acrobatics or a reflex check as your foot goes swoop out from under you? Whichever one is higher. Everyone watches as Snuggu lands on his stomach and slowly but awkwardly begins to slide towards the rather fast-flowing water.
Oh no,
Ah,
help!
I'm
Help!
gonna grab one of their legs. Oh!
All right. Okay. Well, luckily for you, you're so heavy compared to him that it's like no trouble at all. Also, I think you have the biggest muscles around here, so
Yeah, he's tiny, I'm strong and covered in plate armor.
Okay, you can carry me now. I'm okay.
he's actually on top of you.
Yeah, I'll just carry them in a bridal cattle carry from now on. Just,
Gotta be
it's just
careful.
safe.
A lot of slippery moss. However, the slippery moss, now that you've taken a moment and Snuggle had a moment to watch his impending doom, there is a giant hole over here where a waterfall seems to flow.
That looks like a sinkhole.
Listening closely, you can even hear where the water hits the bottom, you know, where the waterfalls are the noisiest.
So it's not that deep. And that looks like stairs leading down.
Those are stairs leading down.
Looks like our way forward.
Come on, gang. It's time to go to... If you go far enough, I think you'll actually see what it is. Because I wrote it out on the map. It's Exit C.
Exit C!
Baby! Time to go to Sinkhole Town.
Yay!
I feel like I'm in a mall.
More like
Yeah,
stink hole.
Actually, the hole does not stink all that much, so that's nice.
Oh. Where's the first?
Where's my bear?
Your bear's not here because I prepared this before I knew you had a bear.
Baby bear.
You move down a long spiral staircase. Around and
Sure.
round it goes, around and round it goes. Let me just give you the double check how far it goes. It goes down about 60 feet. So it's quite a set of stairs. It's going to be good cardio.
Okay.
Now, the upside is, you're pretty sure that if you fall that distance and hit water, it wouldn't be too bad. It would still hurt, and you're pretty sure your kobold would be like floating upside down unconscious, considering how weak he is. But, you know,
Yeah.
you probably find him in a livable state.
floating belly up.
Actually, no, I think he has like, or unless he's like still wounded. No, he's not wounded. Okay. I imagine you treated his wounds at some point. It'd be the smart thing to do. Marvelous.
Ooh.
Anyway, once you reach the bottom, you enter a large open section of a natural cave, where indeed there is water and a waterfall off to your, well, to our left. To your character's right. Stage right, we call that.
Interesting.
The smell in the air is, you know, like fresh water. Just that very humid but very clear smell.
And after the troglodytes, it's refreshing.
Very refreshing. Alright. Well, the grid doesn't perfectly align, but that's just a problem with the map. I don't know what it is with some of these maps that I find, but don't worry about it. It should align just good enough. My point is, you're in a waterfall cavern. There seem to be some doors over to your stage left. Large wooden doors that seem to have partially swollen and otherwise rotted as a result of the high humidity of the local area. There's also a passage over here that goes further south.
Are there any tracks down here?
A quick examination reveals that there has in fact been a small effort to smooth out the surface so that you can more easily pull a cart, going to the passage south and to the two doors. However, you can roll me survival to see if there are any recent proper tracks. After all, in a humid place like this, continuous movement will have results. Nope. It's perhaps too subtle for you to find. Not
It's
used.
old tracks for some kind of cart.
It's not really tracks. It's more like, you know, someone smoothed out a road.
Pretty common in a mining facility. Probably an idea to check out these doors first.
Doors. Get your doors here. Big doors, small doors. No windows.
Oh man, I remember that.
I don't know why, but I just find that hilarious. Why would you make something for a door business? Marvelous. The door in front of you, Monastery, is swollen into its door frame. You're going to have to give it a good couple of shoves, which might be a bit noisy if you want to go in there. Or you have to be
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
bust it down. Unless anyone else wants to try and, sneakily wedge this thing open.
What about this top door? Is it
While it is swollen, it appears that something has made a conscious effort to unjam it earlier. So you can open it up.
locked?
Nope. Doesn't seem to even have any facilities for it.
This
Probably-
one looks easier to open. I think
Yeah,
it might have some more passage into it.
Let's go with that one first.
Click, clook. Swing it open, Monastery. Show us the goods.
Well,
You find a large storeroom, as in a room filled to the brim with barrels and crates, and a variety of barrels and crates.
well, barrels and
Storage
crates.
units. Most telling.
Storage wars.
So some of these things are actually filled with like preserved meat and stuff, but since it's centuries old, even the excessive amount of salting, it's just rocks of salt.
This is a fire hazard.
It is. Well, I mean, if it wasn't all so humid, maybe it'd be a significant fire hazard.
Yeah, it's right next to a waterfall. It's probably okay.
Some of the things smell like vinegar. Oof. There's even something like there's a box that you think's supposed to be filled with wheat grain, but it's like mold grain. Ugh.
Oh no.
But perhaps you can find something more useful in the back. After all, you would put your foodstuffs where you're going to use it the fastest.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Snogu just so he doesn't kill himself.
Maybe you should stand in front of him in that case.
Yeah.
As you move across the floor, steppy, There's something quickly I need to take care of. How about you stop right there?
Okay. Steppy stop.
Handsome.
Hey, you, stop right there.
Cool. I just need to know the highest perception of everyone in this room right now. A 10 and a lot. Oh, no, wait, that's your stealth. I was wondering why you're so good at this. Perception is 7. Snagu. Unfortunately, Monastery was in the way, because you would have actually noticed this thing. You notice that suddenly the floor stops being a floor, as it writhes up around him. And we
Oh
are
no,
greeted with the
wait.
fine ability of a grey ooze, the Puddled Ambush.
Oh no, puddles.
You notice that a pseudopod writhes around your leg and goes smack as it writhes into
No.
life.
Puddle cuddles.
They are puddle cuddles. They do this damage. It's burning acid. Also, it squeezes your legs so firm.
Ouch.
Lucky you, though, it doesn't immediately get to grab you, which is a thing it could do. Anyway, kids, how about we all just take care of this goose before your friend gets into any more trouble?
Ouch and oof.
Luckily, the ooze is slow to respond, but so is Monastery!
Oh no.
Luckily, your friends are a bit faster on the upkeep. Okay, Bloody Giblets. I wish I could just make it so that he can't ever have a turn. Snagu. Luckily, since you noticed the ooze so quickly, you are the first to respond.
Do you know anything about oozes?
I think oozes are an occult check. So if you can roll me some occult, perhaps you can recall some knowledge. Do it in secret, though. I'll tell you what you want to know. Or maybe I'll lie.
So that's a blind GM roll, right?
Yes. You can shift click it to do it for only that roll. Shift click and then the right setting. I mean, it doesn't happen automatically. I can tell you the basics of that. Slimes are super easy to hit, but they're also immune to the additional damage critical hits do, so... Also, considering that it's melting away at your friend, maybe acid's not a good idea. However, you do recall one quick thing on oozes. They're very, very slow. So maybe run away to get some... I don't know. Okay, anyway, that was one action issue. Just recall some basic ooze facts. Let's just say your roll wasn't impressive enough to get the details you want.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna... I can't electric because that's gonna hit him. Acid is a bad idea. I'm gonna telekinetic projectile it.
Why can't you use acid? Electricity, I mean.
It's gonna shock my friend as well, or
Maybe.
I mean, I'm kind of standing in it. So
not.
Yeah.
That's how much.
All right, well, you take the precautions you want to take.
Okay.
What kind of projectile are you going to fling at it? Just one of the boxes nearby?
One of the boxes, particularly a moldy one, maybe.
You take a
don't know.
big moldy box and fling it. Lucky for you, your big friend is so big and tough. The Grey Ooze does not have an armor class of higher than 15. So you hit it! Roll me the damage, good sir. And since this is bludgeoning damage, it works to the fullest of effect. You watch as some of the ooze welts up and hardens.
Die, ooze, die.
Dearie!
I'm going to cast clinging ice on there.
Ooh, interesting choice. You decide to give it a good freeze.
That's it.
Oh, Ooh, that stings. The ooze has now successfully been slowed down to 5-foot speed. It can't catch up with a man who's just stepping away.
it's wiggle speed.
And then I'm gonna weigh slightly, just so it can't reach me.
Hey, don't be a little scaredy cat. Come back here.
Can do fine from far away.
You do know that clinging ice is only one action to cast, right?
Oh yeah.
So you could cast that and cast another spell. That's the real power of one action focus cantrips. Spells.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is that's an actual cantrip.
Oh heck.
That. Yeah, that's an
so
actual cantrip, not like a.
God damn witches! You got the goo.
The issue is I don't have any other one action spells, so I'll leave it at that.
Handsome. Good idea. Sometimes it pays off to be careful. Um. Ooh. The ooze tries to wiggle its way around you. However, it fails to grab purchase. After all, at this point, I imagine that you're like, acid! Ooh!
Yeah. Ooh, ooh.
The ooze spectacularly fails to burn away at you further. Probably because it's a little too much on the metal of your armor. Monastery, you're right. Technically, you're on top of it, but, that's how the tokens work out. You are slowly being slathered in slime. And I do like saying slathered.
Slathered.
It's such a fun word.
Sword is bad idea against slimes, so I'm just going to punch it and then get out of the way.
Technically speaking, the fist strike is considered to be a placeholder for any unarmed attack you might want to make. So you can make it an elbow, a foot.
Yeah, just kind of kick it.
You can even make it your temple
Stomp
if you
it.
want to knock yourself out.
Stomp it.
Well, first I'm going to use my martial stance.
Despite being covered in goo, you decide to inspire your friends to greatness.
Just because I'm getting my butt kicked doesn't mean you have to.
Don't not fear this goo. The standard difficulty for your level. Well, luckily, you know what's really fun? That stuff I can find on this cool GM sheet. DC by level. You're level 4, 19. You've succeeded.
Okay. So
10-foot
I get a
aura
plus
of friendly goodness.
attack rolls and saves. So this will have a +1.
Yes, it hits AC 14. You kick him.
Punch.
Punch.
Or
Kick.
kick.
It's all in the mind.
And then I'm just gonna move over to here.
You quickly step
Well,
out of the
actually-
goo. After all, it hasn't
Actually,
grabbed
I'm
you yet.
just gonna put myself between it and Snogu.
Hot bath. I can
Thank
only
you.
assume that you hear the concern about your friend.
I don't know what's going on.
It's slime time.
Oh.
Listen, you can't say Snail Time without me posting the Chance Time music.
I will hunt
Can't
prey on
deny.
this thingy-majig.
I personally am most privy to the one from Mario Party 2.
And then I will do a hunted shot.
Mario Party 2 is the classic.
Oh heck. Well, okay, so first and foremost, it is not affected by anything that comes from critical damage. Oozes are easy to hit, but they have nothing you can actually exploit. Hell, they're resistant to critical. They're resistant to precision as well. So rogues are like, "Wah!" Ugh, I
I'll
can't.
roll again.
Well, you.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
Now you get all
okay,
the
okay,
crits.
okay, cool.
Just
Just
roll
roll
a standard
So that's
damage.
8, and that is a 6. Ooh. 8 and a 6, so that's 8, and then a 6. The ooze is starting to... Well, actually, excuse me, that's a bow, so I'm going to give it back 10 health.
And then, since he is mature, and he don't need me to tell him everything to do, Giblets is gonna charge up on his own
There's a big, strong bear that don't eat
and
no bug.
boldly come to confront this ooze.
Hi, ooze.
Roar! And that's my turn.
Snuggle.
Ooh, it's me.
It is.
Since I saw that it worked last time, I'm gonna launch another box at it.
It does seem to have no particular resistances. Not like the arrows. The arrows did do something, but it's like, like he just poked it. Oh no! That's
Oh,
the only
no.
one that misses! Sort of.
Oh no. Gasp.
Okay, I run back a bit.
To be fair, you are trying to hit a grey ooze on a grey rock floor. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
They decide to take the smart option. Thierry. Okay, excuse me. I technically did not give your token vision on this level, but we're going to assume that you have a light source on you.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to cast Produce Flame on it.
Produce flame.
This might be a bad idea, but oh well.
Blows everyone up.
Roll me
Can't be worse
conventional
than the
damage.
mushrooms.
Well, gosh. That's some ones. Luckily, it seems to have no particular resistance to fire.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my last action to sustain Clinging Ice.
Oh wait, you can sustain that? Oh, that's just mean.
Yeah, if I stop using it, then they're immune to the spell for like a minute.
Oh wow! All right, Graves, go for it. Well, he succeeds. I think he still takes half, so roll me damage.
Yeah, it still takes damage.
2d4. Ooh, nice. The ooze. Well, I mean, before it was a very slimy, snotty ooze, now it's more of a thicker, gelatinous ooze.
A thick boy.
Sorbet.
Blah, 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 blah.
Do you mean like spelled Sorbae?
No, like
Sorbet.
It tries to firmly.
sorbet. The kind of ice cream
I know.
without any milk.
I know.
Luckily for you, slime is completely mindless, and therefore doesn't really have any good tactics up its sleeve. It does, however, firmly grasp Bloody Giblets, who no, luckily it's not a crit. Ooh, phew. Bloody Giblets, however,
Ow.
does take some acid and take some bludgeoning as the pseudopod lands on top of him and flows around, giving him that very, very spicy hug. Monastery.
Let's just keep on kicking this thing.
I think you can actually flank these things, but I can't imagine how that would work. That hits it. Take that, you rotten ooze.
Fiend!
Still hits. Like I said, it's AC 14. It's a
Are
big
you-
ball of slime. It doesn't try to dodge or anything. It's too stupid for that. In fact, let me get this out of the way. It hits you by hitting you with itself entirely, by enveloping you. Of course, it's easy to hit. It's goo. What else do? You spend 2 actions.
I think I'll just raise shield for the last one.
Shield
I
up.
know it's focusing on giblets, but protection.
Hot bath. Your giblets are covered in grey. They're not so bloody looking now. Mostly because of the blood's getting
No.
sucked out.
Get out of there, giblets! He'll attempt an escape.
You
with
can use either an
athletics.
unarmed strike. Yeah, okay. Athletics is the same, so go ahead.
Wait, how do I roll from the sheet? Well, what did it let? No. Blah, 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 blah.
The DC is 20, by the way. Oh, no, wait. Excuse me. I'm looking at the wrong thing. The DC is 21.
Okay, he fails.
So, fun thing
and
that might be worth considering is that because there is a friend nearby who has an aura that buffs attacks, technically speaking, your unarmed attack modifier is slightly higher.
Good to know.
By 1.
Escape has the attack trait?
Yes.
Okay. Well, caught within the ooze's tendrils, he will attempt to strike with its jaws.
Chomp! Well, that hits the ooze. It does 10 less damage. However, the ooze is starting to look...
Plus the damage from the aura, right? Or is that just attack?
Just attack.
Okay.
Well, the ooze is almost looking defeated. Perhaps with a good strong blow.
Hot Bath will do his hunter shot again.
Let him have it, boss. Ooh, you're so close. You're so close.
No.
Snuggo. The goop almost solidified down to a brick.
I'm gonna go again the same way.
Peeking around the corner, you let him have it. It's not the coward's way, it's the careful way. And that's a hit. And I'm pretty sure that with bludgeoning damage, that's going to do it. Is it a 1 hit point left? Why is it always just the 1?
Oh no.
Always.
Please award yourself awards again. I think it's 40 for base. 40 for base. 40 experience points, kids. You beat up a slime. It's now
we're
this
out of the
turgid
negatives.
block.
Turgid.
If you've ever seen, like, ballistics gel, imagine it in a deep tan, dark gray, and you get what this thing is now. I mean, if you give it a little nudge with your foot, it wobbles real funnily.
It's because of how acidic it is. I don't think I want to do that.
Oh, Giblets, that was very careless of you.
Now, since you have to technically break off the gloop that's on him, you notice that it's no longer acidic in this form.
No.
Yeah, I'm just scraping it off my shoes.
It seems that whenever this thing is successfully, when it's dying, the compound dissolves itself or something.
Giblets is that dog that run through the mud.
The lower pair of Hotbath's hands are clad in pure white gloves, and those gloves apply themselves to Giblets
Give him the old pat
and
pat.
restore some good old healing.
Healer's gloves are lovely. Oh, it's a good one. Don't forget to use the heart button to heal. The other buttons will just make him more hurt.
Oh, I have to manually.
Nah, I can just do it for you. Bam.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you've taken care of the goo. There might be other goos, or maybe not.
I'll just hands myself once.
Maybe we should find a broom and sweep it over the floor in front of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out the back room. This time being careful to watch what I step in.
Don't stray too far now.
Doesn't look like this goes too deep.
You find a large section of the chamber where they seem to be storing some tools, like pickaxes, shovels. There's materials with which you could build carts and tables, like just pre-cut wooden planks and boards. Some are made out of stranger wood. Karina can tell you that normal wood doesn't generally work underground if you're in a wet area, so you find mushroom wood that sort of serves the same function and tends to be more water resistant, even if it's spongy and weird. As you enter the area monastery, you notice that there's in the back is this big pot. It's full of something disgusting smelling, but the stick that's sticking out of it shimmers slightly against your dark vision eyes. Sparkle, sparkle.
Well, I have my
Hey,
light
dude.
on, so
Could one of you magic users take a look at this? This thing looks interesting.
on it.
Sure.
Can I look at it?
A quick detect magic analysis reveals that the pot brew is in a good shape and also slightly magical, and the stick is magical. However, it takes 10 minutes to fully examine the thing. So, gotta spend 10 minutes, you gotta tell me.
Yeah, I'll spend 10
I wanna
minutes
spend-
investigating it.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna heal myself while you guys do that.
An hour is almost past. You take a little look at the stew. The stew is in good shape because it's filled with. Let's just say that things won't rot if they're filled with magic that hurts you. You're pretty sure if you take a sip of that stuff, your brain will hurt because the stick that's been used to stir the stuff is filled with mind magic. It's a very dramatic way of saying it. It is a mentalist's staff. I'm going to put it in your loot sheet. You can look at the description yourself. Essentially, it's a staff that can contain a few charges, although I think for spontaneous casters, it just extends your spell list. Because you already get a bonus slot.
Nice.
Mind Link and Phantom Pain.
Interdasting.
Well,
Yes.
I thought we would be able to access the. So while they're doing that, actually, can I do a
Scan for
more-
a key.
search of the room? Yeah.
Unless you want to really overturn this room top to down, you don't find keys in any of the obvious places, like places someone might sit, places someone might walk, places someone might be hiding to have a drink. The obvious
Fair
places
enough.
turn no results.
Diri, if you want the stick, you can take it.
Sure, I'll take let's take the staff.
It doesn't look like it's here. But if we can't find it anywhere else, we can always come back and spend 4.5 hours searching the place.
I mean, it's probably not
Well,
going to be in the boxes, but, it might have fallen between a crack and it's in an awkward place, and that's always going to take time to find.
There's always the second door. I thought it might lead into the same chamber, but clearly not.
Can I check how many charges the staff has?
A staff is charged during your daily preparations, and then it has as many as your high spell level. Here we go. During your daily preparations, you can prepare a staff to add charges for it for free. When you do so, the staff gains a number of charges equal to the highest level spell slot you have. You don't have to expend any slots to do this, it just happens. Boom! You can only be
So-
prepared with one spell at a time. You can only have one staff at a time, though.
Okay, so it only has it's 2 spells.
Yeah.
2 charges. Okay.
Grasp it firmly.
Okay, I have a stupid idea.
Mhm.
Last time I said it almost died. Can I use some of the acid to lessen the thickness of the doors so they don't sound as loud when we open them? Of
You
the
could
stucco doors?
raw. If you have like concentrated acid, you could probably melt away some of the door at the critical points and just pull it off. But removing the swelling is not something you can just do with acid. Like it swells into the door frame, and you can't reach that easily. That's why it's jammed.
Oh well, never mind.
Unfortunately.
Hmm.
So for spontaneous casters, the way it actually works, so prepared casters, they just add charges and they can cast spells with charges. But for you, it's just like you use a charge and you can cast any spell that's on that list as if it's on your list.
Okay.
So it's basically a spell list extension. Nice. Oh, anyway, your friends left, Thierry, as you were looking at the stick.
Alright.
They left you behind. How rude.
Sorry,
It's
you probably
very-
should have said something.
It's a very nice stick.
Listen, when a spellcaster's busy looking at things, if you bother them, they might shoot you with a firebolt and get one in your eye. Sorry, I want to give this door a good old go, Monastery.
Yep. Just shoulder tackle the dang thing.
Norman some athletics. Hiya!
Hiya! Why is it I can never roll good with athletics?
Well, considering that you're made primarily out of metal and chitin, and you're pretty strong, you crash through the door with very little finesse. You find a room that's been completely looted and salvaged down to the stony bone.
Huh.
Are they?
Funny
into,
how
like,
the one
trick
that was
traps
easy to
or shit?
enter was full of shit, but
Just because something is harder to get doesn't mean it's better.
yeah. Well, it's suspicious, but I suppose we can look around the room a little.
A quick glance reveals little, and an hour has passed.
Yeah.
Which means it's die rolling time. Ooh. Well,
I don't like when dice roll.
anything that takes an hour to be reset has now reset.
Like healing?
Yes? You can definitely spend some time, 10-minute chunks to apply healing to everyone.
Yeah, I think battle medicine and stuff resets after an hour, doesn't it?
Battle medicine is there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of
regular
them was
medicine,
an
is it?
hour. Yeah.
So does anyone need some healing?
I would
Um,
quite like
What's
some.
the status effect that I have? I still have something.
Yeah, I've lost 15. I should be okay.
Drained, and it reduces by 1 every day of rest you have.
Alright, Hudbath will spend 10 minutes on Thierry's wounds.
Hey,
7.
Handsome. Very handsome.
very-
Alright. Well, there's nothing in here, looks like.
That south passage is all you got left.
I could try following a river, but that's probably a bad idea.
Now maybe there's something over there. Like a fishing dock, and there's like a ghostly dwarf who's like, I have the key, and yeah!
But first, you must play my fishing minigame.
Can you push B in time to catch the fish and move the catching bar where the fish is? Yeah!
that was
I
fun.
did not steal it
I
from
get it.
Stardew Valley, I did not.
Every RPG game needs fishing. It's the rules.
It's not a
kinda
role.
like-
You can't play your role if you can't fish a fish.
I
For some
kinda
reason, bloody
like
giblets
the-
fall straight into the river.
God damn it, Jill.
I would recommend
Well,
not. The river in front of you is not like this. This one is just like flowing. This is one of those underground torrential rivers where if you fall into it, no one will ever see you again.
Oh,
Don't
underground
fall
rapids.
in.
Snuggle, don't fall in.
Yeah.
You said jump
Snogger.
in? Sure.
Cannonball!
I'm not catching you next time.
There might perhaps be merit to holding hands. or using a rope.
Yeah.
The bridge that crosses this thing, good news, it's somehow been able to not get too slippery, but you know, you can always crawl across if you're very frightened about it.
Can I climb monastery?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick Snoggle up. Probably
Wee.
safer.
You can cross the bridge without any hassle. It's a sturdily made dwarven bridge. Of course it's going to hold up.
That's dwarven
notice-
engineering.
You notice a shimmering light source around this corner.
Ooh.
That could be good and bad.
Looks like an open door.
It can also be both.
I've heard that's what love is.
You notice,
Maybe the
good sir, that there is a crystal on the ground, shimmering and crackling. Might have been some sort of light source, judging by the fact that it's strapped to a half-rotten away bit of wood.
Hmm.
There also seems to be a storeroom. It's flooded to your... Let's just say it's pretty high up, so Snoggle would probably start drowning if he walks into it. But at the end, you notice some bones floating around. And a couple of bottles.
I'm on monastery again.
Okay. Can I have a
Sorry,
look at that
monastery.
crystal?
You can have a
I
look.
mean, you'd probably be better off riding Giblet.
can
You
hop
decide
on
to give it...
back.
Bloody Giblets probably can hold his head up. I don't know how buoyant bears are.
They can swim pretty well.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
swim.
The skeleton, by the way, is all the way floating in the back, in like the back third monastery.
He's also very good at athletics. So,
Yeah.
better than I am.
Monastery, a quick thing that catches you about the skeleton that's floating around is that it's significantly taller and beefier looking than the one you saw upstairs between the crypt.
Hmm.
This probably isn't a dwarf, or it's the world's tallest dwarf.
Half giant, half dwarf.
A very tall child, perhaps.
Perhaps a very short giant, a very tall dwarf.
Just approaching cautiously. Snoggle under one arm, sword in the other.
The water is slightly murky. It's entirely possible there's plenty of things lying under the surface waiting to grasp your ankles firmly and pants you.
Oh no.
My
My plate mail pants.
my decency.
I'll attempt to give it the old perception check to see what's what.
You give it the you make sure to stand on guard. Monastery, you're now standing next to where, well, because you were entering, the water starts swirling around a bit. So now you're standing next to where the bottles are. The labels are faded, but considering your eyes are very good and you have a light source strapped to your back, you can make out that the 3 bottles contain potions of magic.
Ooh, gimme.
In fact, it contains
Scoop
2
them.
potions of water breathing. How appropriate. It would be ironic if this guy drowned. And a potion that will make you invisible if you give it a sip. For a while, at least. So here you go.
Potion of
It's been
invisibility
added to the
and
loot sheet.
2 water breathing.
It's like rain.
The potion of water breathing just seems to contain some... Let's just say it looks like that grey ooze up there, but a bit more fluid.
Ugh.
And the potion of visibility shimmers into existence and then fades back out. As if it's partially invisible at times. Other than that, unless you want to scrape the surface, there doesn't seem to be anything much in this room. Other than a creeping sense of dread that undead might be hiding under the murky surface.
Can you tell how it died?
It's a skeleton.
Can I tell how it died?
You can use medicine and maybe learn something. I mean, if it's like a bone fracture or like a skull's fracture, then yes, you could probably figure that out, but...
If it was
Yeah.
cut, maybe there'd be a notch in its ribs or
Yeah.
something.
It's a
Um,
skeleton.
Now, hot bath.
Skeleton.
It's a skeleton.
Considering that a large portion of the top of the skull is missing, he might have gotten clonked. Like a big old boonk.
See, we experts in the field of battle medicine know this technically as getting plonked.
Yeah, I just keep one eye on the ceiling, just in case something like fell and hit him.
Ceiling looks hella sturdy. Good old dwarven make.
Right.
If you had a dwarf in your party, they'd have the right to yell at you for doubting them.
Brr, engineering. Brr.
Why?
Well,
I got the degree in engineering, mate.
doesn't look like there's a key in here. Just
Not
a couple
really.
of drinkables.
Unless you want to sweep
That-
the surface. But again, that's one of those, it's going to take a while deals, ain't it?
And that skeleton looks like it's just a skeleton.
Well, the
Probably get out of here.
As you reapproach Snuggo, the first thing you notice, as you are once again walking ahead, is a large, like a shark fin, but like it's huge and black. Swoops
Yeah.
out of the water briefly, and then swoops away.
Yeah, let's not hang around in there.
sharkies.
Fact is, that thing was able to swim against the current too, so
Mmm.
spicy.
Yeah. Water bad.
Not only will the water tear you to pieces by smashing you against the rocks, there's also a dude down there who's going to lecture you on timeshares.
No.
But the rate of
Not a pyramid scheme.
Hot bath will stick to the walls.
as you follow the flat surface that guides you through, it goes to a set of stairs that go up. Maybe it's drier up there.
Hopefully.
Monastery?
Yeah.
You see a heck of a lot of stalactites over to the south, and a passage that eventually curves off to the left. That's where the flat path goes, anyway.
I love those bits in caves that are just a butt ton of stalagmites and stalactites. Just like a corner filled with them. They're always so cool looking.
Yeah,
I
man.
wanna go to it.
That's what the tour guide's like. Hey, don't forget to give me a tip. Wink.
Yeah.
Just gives you a friendly little wink.
Except this is Australia and we don't tip.
Listen, Australia, just because you pay your people a living wage doesn't mean you can gloat. I tip my delivery person at the very least, especially in these times. Anyway, once you get close enough to a locked metal door that you would probably find in like a jail cell, behind you, in the stalagmites, you hear a fee-fi-fo-fum. Whoever do I see who will wash my gum?
Oh, that's upsetting looking.
This large, rather frightening creature moves. It's hanging from the ceiling, and it is now that you notice that below it, sort of in this dimple. You didn't notice it because you're just casually glancing around. You're not really looking for things that aren't obviously keys. Is a dimple filled with some bones and things. The thing awakens, licks its lips with a large, scaly-looking tongue, and would like to know what tasty treats come here today.
Not dragons. Dragons are not tasty. Trust
Hey,
me.
Terry, slap.
That's
You
a
want-
big slap.
That's a big slappy. Terry is lifted off the ground as he swings it around and goes, very bony, and two very hard crustaceans. Why are you even down here? Not many people come to visit me. Not people that make it out alive, at least.
Oh, you must get really lonely down here.
You get very lonely when you eat everyone who comes by, yes. But that's my only choice. Very hard to get a good meal. So how about you answer my question? What brings you down here? Want to be just as lonely?
We're looking
Uh,
for dwarf stuff. Like
Yeah,
really well-made dwarf stuff.
Yeah,
Dwarves
and
haven't been here in
dwarf like
years. But I might have a few dwarf things.
What
But-
kind of dwarf things?
Mm.
I don't count bones as things.
Well, I got some dwarven coins, and I got this dwarven key and a dwarven gem or two.
Ooh, I need that key.
Wait.
Just happens
well,
we are looking for a key. Yes.
I don't suppose we could come to some kind of arrangement.
Tiri sort of gets swung around awkwardly. These tendrils are super sticky, man. To be specific, you essentially become enfeebled one while you're held by them because they're so sticky and gooey that it makes you feel kind of weak.
Could you put our friend down for a second and we bring you food and you give us the key? Like a
If you
trade.
can
We
bring
give you
me
food, you give us
something nice and big and tasty, maybe I'll give you a little sparkly. And then one of his other mini tendrils picks up a little gemstone, and he moves it so that it glitters against the light that comes off of Snuggu and Tiri.
We'd much prefer that key you mentioned rather than a
Ooh.
gemstone, but
Can I question. Can I stealthily mage hand the key
So there are two
somehow?
things to consider.
He's
One is,
distracted by Tiri.
I mean, I guess technically it is distracted, and Mage Hand is, even though it's a spellcast, he's probably very busy talking to you guys, and he just, oh man, I know a friend who has a gift that's perfect for this, where a guy has like a ferret in his hand, and he just kind of idly swings it around like it's a cup of water. Gosh, I wish I could find that one because it's just the most hilarious shit. But yeah, that's. I guess you technically could try. It would be something along the lines of thievery or stealth to pull it off successfully.
Yeah, I can definitely try and distract it.
A distraction would be. What will be appropriate for a distraction?
I think
Well,
that's
first and
deception.
foremost, Snagu, standing directly in front of it's not the best place to be casting a spell at it.
I'm hiding behind
The bear.
bear.
He's hiding near the bear.
The bear is big enough for me.
Ignore the kobold behind the bear. Okay. Well, as he swings Terry around and he makes a big declarations about I want a McRib. Nice big meat.
How about a Big Mac?
You playfully, I mean, he looks at you every once in a while, so you manage to just flick the key over on the ledge here before you have to stop the spell because he's like glaring at you.
Yes.
Well,
So-
if you would politely leave our friend, we can definitely go find some food for you.
I want
I'm
something.
sure there's.
I want something fat. I want something big. I want something that's not just meat on bones.
I saw a couple of hobgoblins down the road. They look huge. Would that be enough?
I mean, those hobgoblins
Yeah,
are kind of sinewy.
Yeah, I think one of them had like a degenerate problem with his body growths. Just, big and lumpy.
And a different one has
A
like,
glandular condition.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I,
that,
that's
yeah,
what I meant
that.
to say.
Does anyone here have like cooking lore? I'm just asking. Maybe one of you happens to know something about cooking, or like meat
No.
identification.
I don't think Sarah and Ray teaches about.
I mean,
Preparation.
arguably, a professional kitchen is very much like war, right? Like a
No, I'm just I'm
Doing so.
I'm letting you make this roll because I assume everyone is trying to figure out if they saw any meat that might qualify.
nature,
Medicine or nature, I guess. I don't
survival.
actually. Medicine just feels a little bit too sadistic, so let's just go with nature.
Would
Crafting
crafting
could
work?
count for
Yeah.
cooking.
Oh,
Wow, I'm gonna re-roll that.
I guess crafting would
Wow.
technically work since it's technically everything.
There we go. There's a
Hey.
reroll.
Hey, hot bath. Those chokers upstairs look like heckin' chonkers. They were rather
yeah.
big.
Oh yeah.
Long rubber boys.
I mean, they're a
Be
bit.
nice
They're
and
probably a
chewy.
bit chewy, but maybe it's like beef jerky.
Yeah. Those big long arms,
It's squid.
like
It's basically squid.
licorice.
Licorice whip. Like eating a
we-
Stretch Armstrong.
We just so happen to know a place with some very tasty individuals.
Local cuisine.
You could go fetch them.
Oh man. Well, that sounds like a great idea. But I'll hold on to your friend until then.
Oh, we need our friend to lure them here.
No, they're dead already.
Yeah, we already killed them.
My deception attempts keep failing.
Primarily because your friends are spoiling the lie.
Hotbath is gonna whisper a hidden command in Giblet's ear, and Giblet's gonna move over here and then just slightly bump into Snogu.
Can I take the key now?
That's gonna be stealth or thievery. I think it's technically thievery since you're trying to palm an object. Let me just double check.
Even if it's with mage hand, real fast. Oh, no, casting will. Show
Yeah,
me.
palming an object is thievery.
Oh. Oh well.
Well, he seems more distracted by the fact that a bear is about to bump that boy into the water. He's like, "Don't spoil the meat!" And he whacks the bear on the snoot with one of his tendrils.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean, he looks like a chewy little bite, but it's better than nothing. Well, you go get me my meat. It's not a hard flick. Not like it actually hurts too much. It's more like, no, don't get rid of desserts.
Oh, okay. Can our friend come with us?
How about? Okay, he's not letting go of your friend. He's being very insistent on keeping your friend.
Okay.
So Tyrion's
You know-
gonna have to wait 20 minutes.
I'm a little worried that he's going to eat our friend. By the time we get back, he'll be eaten. Like, well,
I
I
don't
can
know.
stay here, chat with him if you like. Make sure that
If
Tyrion
you
doesn't
eat-
get eaten.
well,
If you eat our friend, you get no food. Let's.
I don't think Snogu and I would not be very fast at pulling the two corpses of those chokers down here.
Oh, in that case, Hot Bath, why don't you stay here? You can at least deal with them from a distance.
Sounds good.
Okay then, marvelous. Then 20 minutes later, you come dragging in with those choker corpses. Let me just pick them up for you. Let's go and fetch them. Are these? No, that's a humanoid figure. Okay, here we
Gra-
go.
grab them by the wrists and they're pulling them like 20 feet behind us. Long rubbery arms.
Snogo is just running behind him, waving his hands, not even helping. He's just like, yay!
So if
Yay,
you're not
Tim.
happy with your life here, why don't you just move?
You
I
wouldn't
think he's stuck to the
understand.
ceiling.
This is prime time real estate. How about you come
My
back once you
family-
understand the finer points of cave living?
My family has been roping in these caves since 12 generations.
I would imagine that since the dwarves have gone, property values around here must have just plummeted.
In case you haven't noticed, I've just been able to negotiate myself a lovely treat. So I think this place is doing just fine.
It
I'd
does
say
seem to
you're
be on
near
the
rock
upside.
bottom.
Oi!
Hey! Hey! Dungeon puns.
Oi! Okay, so what did you want again? Now that I got my... He starts chewing on the thing and talking, and there's just splatter all over the place.
Ugh, I'm glad he's over there.
Yeah, he's far
Uh,
enough away that you're not going to get hit by it, but it is noticeable.
Think
Also,
we've
the
changed
sound
our
of-
minds.
Of bones getting crunched is kind of unpleasant. But he was asking you, what do you want? Buckaroos?
Or have I been let go?
Well, Tira's already been let go. They've been put down like the second he saw those tasty treats come by.
We wanted
Do-
the key, didn't we?
No.
Uh.
We want your shiniest thing for such a splendid meal.
Oh. The shiniest thing he has. Let's see. You watch as his tendrils kind of wiggle around. There seems to be... Well, anybody want to like roll perception? Perhaps peek inside and see what's in his cauldron of everything. Other intellectual property name drop. Hot bath. Inside of his large pile of exotic goods, there is a ring. A very sparkly ring with a fine gem inside. There's a big ruby. That's probably the most monetarily valuable item. There's also 2 emeralds glittering around it and a couple of serpentines. There's also some spare change. So, he still like holds up that big ruby. It's like this, right?
Oh, a
Seems
ruby.
seems right. Yes.
Okay. Let me just pull out an appropriate. Ruby. Wah, 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 wah. Here you go, a small ruby. It's in your loot inventory. It's worth 100 gold pieces, and he hands it to you all nice like.
And the
Heck
key
yeah.
is with me, right? I took the key. Yeah.
Yes,
We swiped the key already.
you have the key, and you're probably still sweating profusely. You're pretty sure he saw you.
Oh yeah, by the way, do you know what's behind the door over there? Big metal door?
I keep that one locked because it keeps the people very still and quiet while I get them. I think there's like a jail
Wow.
cell back there or something. I got the key from there, I think.
Oh.
Do you mind if we take a look?
Look, lock it on your way out. It's a good trap.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Thank you kindly.
You notice that the key to this door, he points it out to you. There's like this small shelf, and you can just pick the key off of it
Oh, yeah.
and go click, click. Ahead of you is a jail, where indeed a bunch of jail cells opened up. One of them has a corpse, a dwarf by the looks of it, or again, it might just be a fat kid.
That's always
Probably
the
a fat
risk.
kid.
It's
I prefer that the fat kid.
maybe it's Sam and Frodo or something.
We found the fat can.
It couldn't be Sam
This
Frodo.
whole
All half.
mountain is a fat camp. I knew.
Very hardcore.
On top of this fine corpse's head is, well, something that looks like a necklace, sort of adorning them.
Ooh, is it magical?
No. What is magical, however, is one of the gems that's been awkwardly set in the center of it. But it's clearly not part of the same necklace because it doesn't quite fit.
I'm just saying a prayer over them. You know.
I take the gem while he's praying.
That's been added to the loot sheet. The gem is a fear gem, which you can
A
attach to a
scary
weapon
gem.
and use to perform an intimidating strike.
Damn.
It's a
We
fighter
found
feat
so much
normally.
loot.
Oh, it's a talisman. Okay.
Do you want to take the necklaces, the golden necklace thing as well?
Well, we can sell it.
Marvelous.
So yes.
Very
So,
good.
since we're out of earshot, well, I don't think it had ears, but do we want to leave the roper alone?
Well, he's probably not doing bad. He just lives here.
Considering how easy a time he had grabbing onto your friend, you might not want to bother him too much.
Yeah.
Like he-
Alternatively, maybe we could fish whatever big fish was in the waters and feed that to him as well.
I don't think we should disturb the local flora and fauna anymore.
Yeah.
But
We should
He
probably.
had more
you know,
shinies in his cauldron.
Let me put it like this: this guy looks like he could probably beat up a dragon.
Oh,
Yeah, he
no,
looks a
me?
bit out of our league.
You mean like the small dragon that's down here? Actually, we should ask him about that.
You know what? How about I be nice and extra cheeky and see if you could beat up any adult dragon? He might have a chance against an adult white dragon, the weakest one.
Hmm.
Hey, bro, friend.
But that's like, that's the kind of conversation you have if you have like the
Oh,
collectible
right.
card game, and you're like, listen, I got a white dragon. I bet you can beat him.
We need to lock the door
Does he have
behind.
more than 3,000 attack points?
Lock it. Put the key away.
Hey,
Yep.
handy bro, friend. Can I ask you a question?
Well, you can, but whatever I answer's a whole nother matter.
Is there a dragon in this place?
Oh, sometimes, but I can't imagine it's too tasty.
So a non-tasty dragon.
Yeah, 'cause
We saw him spit acid, so we're like, what?
yeah, imagine it's gonna give me hefty indigestion if I try to eat it.
Oof a
Yeah.
doof.
Gotta limit your spicy foods.
Oh well, if we encounter him, we can bring you a piece.
Ooh. Well, wouldn't that be something nice?
All right.
Anyway, a
Take
nice day.
care.
Bon appetit.
Just be careful, though. Dragons are very scary up close.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And the last time I tried to hit her, she whapped me on the nose for it.
Oh no.
To be specific,
She's a mean.
that
didn't
that
know he
just
had
that,
a nose.
that just informs you of the fact that it has a reaction called tail lash.
Hmm.
This is the
The more-
player to character translation, as it were, character to player.
Ah. Counterattack.
Essentially, if you try to get cheeky, she tries to whap you. Well, you got a
I'm
big
sorry,
sparkly gem.
like-
You got a key. Do you want to just go up back to the Glitterheim? The big old
Yeah,
glittery
from-
firmament? Marvelous.
Let's
Let's
see
Yep.
we explore all the
I'm
avenues
stuck
in
in a
here.
wall again.
Luckily, you do not run into any skeletons.
Just making those Half-Life collision noises like dum 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 dum.
Snagu, if you move over there, you'll slip and fall into the sinkhole. Stop it!
God damn it!
Grab that baby by the collar.
Somebody needs to get me a baby lash. Leash, not lash.
One of those vests, so you're just on my chest.
Please contain your kobold.
Safety baby.
Big old bear probably sniffs a few of the funguses, going,
Yeah.
smells like
We're
Teen
gonna
Spirit.
have to put a saddle on the bear.
Given that
Probably
we
could.
encountered, given that we encountered that hobgoblin here before, Hot Bath will keep an eye out, see if anything has come by this way since.
Yeah, they could have noticed that their friend wasn't reporting in.
No, it's been like an hour or two, so probably not. Like, shifts take a while.
Still, counts to be cautious.
It counts to be cautious, so you can roll me some survival, and perhaps you'll notice some additional tracks or something. I mean, you notice some
Right.
additional tracks, but those are your friends, like, pulling the corpses through.
Right, right.
But other than that, there doesn't seem to be any new additions, so it's entirely possible
There's
that
just
no
a
one went through
big-
here.
Big trench through mushrooms.
You really weren't discreet with those.
And
Hey-
cobbled
hey.
footsteps running around the corpses as they're being dragged.
If you want someone to be discreet, hire a rogue, not a paladin.
Luckily, this party has no rogue, so discretion is not the better part of that.
It's just valor.
There's just me with my big insectile smile, baby. Key is
Yeah.
employed. The key, by the way, is very fancy looking. It's got all these weird sideways teeth to it. So when I click it in, you twist it in, click it in, twist it, it goes clook, clook.
Clink, clink.
Exit D.
Exit D was the treasure all along.
We got the D. Yes.
Hell yeah. About time.
Exit D
Goes
will
in
take you down to a place where, actually, just going through the door, the smell of a forge gets strong. And this time,
Baby
before
forge.
I put you on the new map, I'm going to put down bloody giblets so that you can't complain to me.
Wait.
I'm baby.
Me.
In a bit, you will all be loaded into the foundry, not the website, just the.
Ooh, hot.
You walk your way down a long set of stairs. I'm gonna look up exactly how long they are, because that is the kind of detail that you show up at this game for, knowing exactly how many stairs it is. Oh, actually, it climbs 30 feet into this room. Excuse me. It's always hard to tell with some of these stairs. You enter in an octagonal chamber, about 30 feet across. More telling about this room is the fact that there are 3 big statues of dwarves wielding large weapons, as well as some doors. I think they're actually supposed to be shelves.
Are they the master crafted ones?
Are they what?
Are they the master crafted weapons that we're looking for?
No, these are just
Whatever.
part of the statues.
Oh.
Big old stone things.
Additionally, I think at least one of you, specifically the ranger, is very yeah. The ranger picks up on the fact that there is this distant sound of a hammer being used on an anvil.
Also, last time we encountered statues like these, they were trapped with a gas trap. So, might be an idea to be careful.
You said running to the middle of the room?
Ooh.
Please,
What is with the middle of
Gotta-
the room?
gonna at least have a look. See if I can see anything.
Monastery picks up nothing in particular.
Can I cast read aura? Does that
Handsome.
work that way?
You, now the thing is, a magical trap is specifically designed to avoid ease of detection.
Oh, right.
Yes, duo. I know. I need to learn German.
I shall. Hotbath is also a little suspicious about the arrangement of these statues, so he will also take a look.
Take a very close look around the room. Perhaps you'll find something. Hot Bath rolls a secret check. And, well, let's see. I recall that there are chests in this room somewhere, but that might just be my imagination. And another room! Because the descriptions I wrote down are not great. You can tell by the way the doors are constructed that they are fake doors. They go nowhere.
Oh,
It's entirely plausible that these statues, considering their articulation, would swing at any fool stupid enough to try and open those doors.
Don't open the doors.
You
okay.
said open the doors?
Don't. They're fake. There's another passage out of here, but not through those doors.
We feel along the walls just to see if there's some depression or anything.
You find an opening behind one of the statues in the process of doing so. Especially since by this point you know about the sound, you know about the false doors, you know. You have all the clues you need to know to find a door. First you find you find the sound, then the seam and the breeze, and then you push it and then boom. Stairs.
Who needs investigators?
Who needs gators and vests, yes.
Well, gators and
leave-
vests.
You
I need my
leave the
light
domed
source.
room and find another door. Beyond it the sound gets ever louder. There's also a slight echo, now that you pay close attention.
Just gonna swing open the door.
For safety reasons, these are the proper ways to hold your crocodile.
Hold them, baby.
They are
Oh, I love
baby.
shadows in this.
As you
I'm so
decide to
sorry.
open the door briskly, you are immediately
looks
greeted.
very
You are immediately greeted with an environment containing individuals. That's how environments work. To be specific, you see a small tent set up. Like there's some bedrolls scattered around, a small fire pit, where a hobgoblin is cooking a bit of roast. Which is to say that he probably has like a slab of salted pork and he's trying to desalinate it. That's how they used to do it in the olden days. Just fucking
Let's
stuff
see.
it full of salt and they soak all the salt out. Additionally, the chamber you are in is a massive dwarven hall. The ceiling is beset with all kinds of things. Unfortunately, because your light source is limited, you can't quite see everything, but there are many decorations here, making this feel like a king's throne room.
Oh, this is nice looking.
Deaf. Big deaf.
want to. Unless anyone else has any other ideas, I want to approach and call out to them and go, "Hail!" And
Wait.
How-
Okay.
other people, if you have any other plans, you know,
Please stop him before he can enact his plans.
Please.
before I can follow them.
You know, the last hobgoblin we met was very clear that meant to go past that point, that they considered the forge to be theirs. I don't object to you trying to talk to them, but at least let us get in position if something goes wrong.
Yes, that's kind of what I meant. You know, other people want to get in position in case things go pear-shaped.
Okay, well, anyone who wants to stealth, you have a very good chance of just making it through, because this guy's distracted with his cooking. And these guys on the floor are sleeping. They're having a little snooze.
Plus, it's
I'm
like
I'm
dark
okay
in
with
here, and
stealth.
they see with a little campfire.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's looking right at a fire, so... They have a
Hot
doorman
bath.
to warn them if something's amiss.
Hotbath will make his way over here.
I snuff my light because that's gonna be the giveaway.
Snuggu turns off light. Boop!
Terry.
And Giblets will also try to stealth. Oh, Giblets! Coming in strong.
Sneaky bear.
Cool.
Just advancing on the tip of his paws. Doop, 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 doop.
Of course, because of all the light, you can definitely tell like where you're approximately moving, so don't worry about stumbling or anything. The floor is also well made enough that there's no risk of tripping. But who is tripping, though, is Tiri. When you turn off the light sources, Tiri's still standing on the stairs, makes a wrong guess on how big these stairs are, and just sort of goes on the way down. Where's Monastery, anyway?
I shouldn't have a light source though.
Oh, if you keep your light source on, then that's fine by me.
Yes.
In that case,
Are we close
In that
Yeah.
case, the problem is more that your light source flickers off of his kettle, and that catches him in the eye.
I was
Monastery.
supposed to go here or here. I'm sorry.
Bloody Giblets, by the way, is not hiding from anyone in there.
Just walk forward in the middle of the room, no weapon, hands out, just like, "Hello."
Your voice echoes off the walls. Hello. He turns around, going, huh! And gives you a quick squint as he tries to identify the situation. Which is to say that he's trying to figure out who you are.
I'm slowly approaching. My name is Monastery of Sarenrae, a paladin on a quest to find artifacts, and I have information to know that certain ones may be kept in this facility, and I was wondering if I could entrust your assistance in finding them for the greater good.
So, it takes him a moment, like when you say Sarenrae, it's like, Sarenrae. Oh yeah, you're one of them goody two-shoes, eh? Boys, wake up! He grabs the ladle in his
Precisely.
pot and just slams it against the side of it.
Turn
So,
on my light.
so at this point, it's up to you to decide. Do you want to actually start beating him up, or do you give him the time to prep himself? Do you want to stick to the positive side? Because he doesn't look like he likes good gods.
Do they already look hostile? Like, are they getting weapons and shit ready?
Oh, this guy's like banging the pot to wake up his friends, and you can see one of his hands reaching for like his equipment. He's like, "Oh man, I get to beat someone up. He's all
in
by
that
himself.
case-
It's gonna be so easy."
It looks like you don't want to be negotiated with. And then I kind of give a signal to the others hiding in wait.
Get him, boys.
I wish to turn on my light before the battle starts, if that's possible.
Whoops. Turn off your light before the battle starts. Well, cool. Well, you're standing in the back. You probably have a moment to quickly flick your light source off. Well, these guys probably don't have dark vision. I mean, they're hobgoblins. Who's ever heard of dark vision?
No, I think Snogu wanted to turn his on.
I want to turn it on so
Yeah.
Tiri can see stuff.
Excuse me. As I said, I'm still learning all these voices. Life's life. Where's Snogu? There he is. Snogu quickly flicks on his little glow stick.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. Let it.
That's lit.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Wait, who are these elite skeleton guards, and why are they over here? Oh, they're from another room.
Skeletons.
They're from another room. They're
Skeleton.
not supposed to be here. Excuse me. Those are a different encounter. I clicked and dragged too widely.
They're supposed to be in the hobgoblins.
Anyway, a whole bunch of people start getting involved. Not necessarily immediately. Like they're basically rousing the Hornet's Hive. Handsome. Snoggo, you've cast a spell and jump out of your cover. Ha ha!
Yeah.
Your baby. Let him have it. What do you do?
And then, how dexterous are they? From what I remember earlier, I forgot to tap.
This
last
is
time.
okay. So that other, if you give me a recall knowledge check, I might give you some more precise information that you want. You can roll me either. I guess society is appropriate actually, or I guess these guys don't have quite as fancy armor as that other guy did. Let's put it like that.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast my flaming sphere
Oh no!
somewhere around here with an increased range, trying to hit.
Return of
both
the
them
bowling
at
ball.
once.
So who are you hitting with it? The sleepy guy or?
If I can hit both of them, that'd be great. When I
No,
extend the range.
no. The increase. It increases it to 10, so that's not gonna hit both.
So I'm gonna then do the sleeping one. That's gonna
Well, the sleeping one,
that's gonna
who is big sleepy.
burn him.
I guess. What is your DC? Okay, in that case, I was gonna give it to him, but not like that. Let me just give you a nice flamey sphere to work with. Dun 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 he rouses from his sleep and tries to quickly rebound and catch himself to throw up his shield. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. What happens is that he just gets his big fireball on top and he goes. He's no longer unconscious, but he's still prone and he takes a full 17 damage.
Okay, I'm
He's
done.
basically almost unconscious already from dying to death. Tiri.
Death, bro.
Okay.
Also, his bedroll's on fire.
Yeah.
How can we sleep when our beds are burning?
I'm going to cut. I'm going to use a split shot. Can I,
Wow.
can I like put that? Can I show that on the? No, I can't. Okay. But what it does is lets me target 2 people with a spell, but it only deals half damage.
Whoa.
Then I'm going to use Ray of Frost. So I'm going to be targeting the two, the one on fire and the one that's standing up ready.
Show me the goods.
Oof.
Mr. Floor does get hit because his armor class is 14. The other guy, however, is well prepared.
Okay. Roll damage, and half of that. Round down, I think.
Kills him.
Ooh.
Dang.
He had like 3 hit points left, my dude.
He's hot and he's cold, right?
And then he starts burning because of all the fire. Hoot booth.
Alright, Hudbath's gonna step out of hiding if he stops colliding with the archway. Well, he's got far shot now, so range don't matter to him none. But I guess prone makes it harder to hit, does it? No.
Only if they take cover first, which they're sleeping.
All right. He'll just target this this closest one. He will hunt prey and then do a hunter shot.
Ow! It's a solid 8.
And Giblets is going to. Oh well, Giblets. Oh wait, what's his speed now? Is it changed?
This thing's just 35. I don't think it changes.
35. Yeah. He will continue to advance cover to cover. So another stealth check or not? Yes.
If he's trying to sneak, yes. Additionally, you can only move half speed while in cover.
Oh right,
so
half speed. Yeah, sorry. Well then he'll just come here behind
handsome.
the column and thinks he's very sneaky.
There's a man in another room having a fun conversation, but he's not involved quite yet because he doesn't know what's up. These thick walls and stone doors make for good soundproofing. Monastery. You suddenly become aware of the fact that there's a magical light coming from a door to the south. Might be trouble. Be careful.
Yeah, way too far away to walk. So I'm just going to continue advancing to there. Can't quite see through there quite yet. Then raise my shield and activate my stance. Should be 26.
Oh, goodness. You just diplomacied that check. Marvelous. I don't think that's no, that's not a crit. It's 19, was it, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
You have an aura of reinvigoration. How invigorating. There is a person over to the south. The door's open. Which is why you could hear the forge so well, despite the stone doors.
I love his name.
Yes. Listen, if your most defining trait is cool bling bling, life's already sorted out for you. They come walking in, and they become almost immediately aware of the fact that there is a giant fireball, flame broiling one of their own. That's a situation, as we like to call it in scientific terms.
I joined the barbecue. I joined their barbecue.
Why the hell is why do you take -4 damage to soundburst? Where did you get that? Who told you to do this? Look at this. Why is this like this? I don't get it. It's not even there anymore. Mustn't really matter in the end. They pop out. They try to assess the situation a bit. This thing only has 30 feet range, so they can't really use it anyway. They fire. Doesn't admonishing ray hit you? Yes, it can. They. No, they can't actually hit you because they have to step over. Welp, I guess they'll just be shooting an admonishing ray at you then, Hotbath, since you're the only one they can actually see. Pew pew!
They can't admonish me.
A beam of admonishment hits you.
I'm
then they
admonished.
We call that one poetic irony. They tell you that you still have a chance to put down your arms, boys, or you will taste, usual evil guy. I have connections to a very strong and evil god, and I will kick your ass. There's a guy in another room having a fun conversation. Cooking Goblin Man has finally picked himself up. He's got his sword ready. He's got his shield ready. He's kind of worried about the fact that his friend just got burnt. But you know what? You know what he is? He's very intelligent. So he's like, what if I just roll behind him? Then you can't fire. He wants to get away from the fireball, for one. And secondly, he's trying to set himself off for a flank with his friend. So he goes, hiya! And then he goes, wrong sheet? And he goes, hiya, against you. And then he raises a shield. It's a friend who also raises a shield. How nice.
Yeah.
There's a man
Shield
in another
buddies.
room who's trying to deal with life.
Garrett.
Garrett. This fine gentleman has a long way to go before he shows up in combat, so he just spends his whole turn running up, going, wait, where are you going?
Hey, where you going, buddy?
This fine gentleman is going to cease being sleepy. I will rise. So he gets up, because there's a lot of noise. Then he's up, and then he goes, oh, and then he dives towards you, drawing his blade. Unfortunately, that's really all he can do. Take a guess how many actions it takes to also take out his weapon. A little too many. Snuggu.
I can move my ball only 5 feet, right? Yes.
Oh, you can move your ball up to anywhere within spell range, I think.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Oh. Then I'm gonna start boiling the one that just woke up. So I use one action to keep up the spell working.
That
What's the
cleric,
word?
that cleric regrets not preparing dispel magic. He's gonna regret it.
And place it on this guy here. How do you ping
Yeah, that's for me to do.
there? And for my action, for my other 2 actions, I'm gonna launch a piece of wood at the guy who's burning.
You can also roll me a 3d6 for damage. And you also flick some nearby debris at him. So roll me the attack roll and roll me the 3d6 for damage, and then we'll see if the attack roll does anything, and if it doesn't, then we'll roll damage for that too. Baby! Oh man, you're rolling super good in these.
Damn.
Yeah.
If you were rolling stats, you'd be proud. 15 and 17. Mwah. Oh god, that's a
that
crit.
was almost.
Oh,
Oh, it is.
You could have brain him.
dog.
The item smashes into his helmet. That's actually enough. Okay, I was gonna be like it just clings into his helmet and the sound and the pain gets him, but that would instant kill him at full health. So I'm pretty sure that it just goes straight through his head, and he just has this wooden stick sticking through his brain at a 45-degree angle.
Ooh.
So much for your flank, Hobgoblin.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a spicy meatball.
Get well soon.
I don't think there's any getting better from that. Terry.
Oh, closed the door accidentally. Move a bit. Wait, so who? So I'll just quickly attack that guy with a produce flame.
Hiya.
Hey,
Too bad you
Hey.
can't use block against that one.
yeah, I don't, I can't see who any of the big guys are, so that's my turn.
Yeah, they're all like behind the pillars. Hot
Yeah.
bath. You were admonished with rays. And they said no. And you felt it.
Does Snogu give this hobgoblin target of mine cover?
What do I give him?
Snoggle is
sword.
small. They're not in the way.
All right, then hunter shot again. Fine, hopefully it will be significant.
Oh no, this poor man. See,
Oof.
that again is ostensibly just gonna disintegrate a man, if anything.
I can probably give cover to like a bunny or something.
And then he will tell Giblets, more targets down here. But then he will go and hide behind one of the pillars. So Giblets is going to move. Oh. Up here, I think. Then he's just gonna wait.
Here we go, click and drag. Did you just run through that flaming sphere? What a hero. This guy would like. Okay, so despite the thing was, he does want to know why he's hearing the screams of the dead and dying. He's just like, listen, I'm just gonna tell him to shut up. The food's not that bad. Just give me a moment, boss. Takes 2 actions to walk over to the door, and behind the throne, the door opens, and the guy's like, wait a minute! That's not supposed to be there. Especially not
Bob
that
was
big.
cooking again.
Hmm?
Bob was cooking again.
God damn it, Bob! Why did you set a corpse on fire? Monastery. This gentleman has opened the door, and he's like scrambling to get his equipment ready and all, because he's in a combat situation now, he realizes.
The closest people are down there. Could go there and then from there get around to them. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. 2 actions to get over here to there, and then I'm going to attack the mage. This has a +1 from my status, so Oh, come on.
Unfortunately, this gentleman has an AC of 20.
Dang it.
So close. The cleric wields this weird dragon-headed flail and uses the beam to catch your blow. Ha! What a snarky boy. He yells at his compatriot, look at this. Look at what I gotta contend with.
My god is better than your god.
You can't just say that. You know what? Now what he's gonna do? He's gonna yell at you. He uses command and demand that you drop what you are holding. You fool! And then he throws up a magical shield because it's a bit better. Romeo will save, good sir. Oh no! That's a crit failure.
No.
You have to use all your actions to drop your shield and your weapons and everything that you're holding. As you are compelled by divine influence.
Well.
But you can't drop your fists.
Now, if you're feeling chunky, don't forget you have points of heroism that might be able to help alleviate that condition.
Yeah.
A crit fail is a great time to use them.
Yeah, I'm probably going to use one to re-roll that then.
If you roll another crit fail, you get it back, by the way. It's a policy. If it's
No, that's more like it.
That's where you puff out your chest and say, no, I shan't.
No. The light of Sarenrae cannot be stopped.
Shallant.
It would be great if the critical success was like, no, you dropped your weapon.
He drops his weapon because he's like, oh no, it went wrong. Shallant! Shaint! Shaint! There's a gentleman in the back who walks over. It's like, what's going on over here? Oh, starts yelling while he's grabbing his weapon. He's not doing the thing that he wants to do yet, but he's like, oh, god dang it, we gotta fight. It's fighting time. This gentleman, noticing that his guards are gone, he's first gonna just jump the pond. And you, Monastery, can see this man come into view, and he grows large.
Uh-oh.
Big and angry.
Yes,
But you're not even sure if he's on your side or not, but he does look hella angry, and he's storming right at you.
Hulk smash!
Hulk eat potato chip.
Munch.
Hulk munch. This recruit trying his best. He's like, listen, if you've ever seen like someone trying really hard to do combat roles, it's essentially what he's doing. He's learning the ropes, man. He's learning the ropes. Raises his shield and he's like, I think I just go, yeah.
Nope.
Maybe you can give him some pointers.
Oh, I
Yep.
can. I'll give him so many
Raise with your
pointers.
elbow.
Guide with your wrist, swing with your arm.
Okay, I'm gonna move up a bit.
Careful with that big ball. Don't forget, you can run ahead of your ball and just sort of slingshot it forward with that sustain.
I want it here. Yes.
Oh gosh. Roly, 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 roly. And he goes like all the others do. Oh, oh boy. He takes no damage because it's in a gate.
He's getting good at those combat rolls.
Yeah. You see, I taught him some pointers. Okay, then I'm gonna. I can put up shield. Yes.
Yes. Might be a good idea in case someone will decide to get cheeky and throw an arrow at you with their hands.
You never know.
You never know. You never know if you don't glow.
I'm gonna chuck a ray of frost at that hobgoblin regular.
The hobgoblin regular. The boy in the back who was whittling wood just a minute ago. To be fair, he's standing behind a throne. We got a little antsy on that trigger finger there.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that.
Might want to wait until he rushes out in the open. It's like, nah, this is the perfect place to stand. You should be glad bloody Giblets didn't get caught in that fireball, because that thing looks spicy.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Giblets, after this bling man.
He's got bling bling on his ring.
And then Hotbath is going to step out of cover. Oh, Giblets is going to support. And Hotbath will... we'll just do one shot.
Hiya! Ah, good. Nice.
Oh, and Giblets gets a
Support?
support slash.
Listen, Giblets was a little frightened by that big ball.
Just get Giblets to attack. I mean, at this point.
This guy's actually slightly
Doesn't-
confused as to what he's supposed to do right now. Because it's like, listen, someone is keeping that ball of fire alive. And I feel like he should be priority, but at the same time, I already got my sword out. No, he doesn't have a sword out. He just walked over here. Well, you know what? He's going to make the sensible move of stepping up, getting in cover, drawing forth his bow, and he's going to start pelting you guys. No, wait, that's not the smart move. That's not the smart move. He's going to get in there. Puts up a shield, and he essentially tries to... What will be a fine move? What's going to try to spook you, Mr. Bravery? Your frightened one as he charges in down the stairs. You can't help but feel a little bit unnerved. Unless you have something that makes you resistant to fear in some fashion, like
Yeah.
a
Or
fighter's...
of courage. Whenever you become frightened, reduce the condition value by 1. to
You
0.
will not be spooked. Man, that's just so nasty. That makes anyone who wants to do intimidation very...
Hold the line.
Monastery, there's a surprising amount of people around you and it's uncomfortable.
Mm. Not
You
used
got a
to
bear
being-
friend.
Used to being the center of attention. I'm glad I do have bear friend. F-R-I-E-N. Friend.
If you take a step, you
Uh,
can
Friend.
go for the cleric, or you can focus your attention elsewhere.
The cleric's right next to me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but you could flank it with the bear if you step.
yeah. The step is still an action, and these guys are both dumbos. No, I'll just go for the regular attack without the flank on the dude. Yeah. For God's sake.
You have more actions than
Uh,
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll hit him again. There we go, that's more like it.
He once more starts to mock you and regrets it immediately as it leaves him open long enough for a smack. And now he has this big facial. Well, it's probably got a scar if he lives, but who says it's gonna come to that? They're insulting you and your god.
And then shield up.
And you're like, hey, come and get it, Buckaroo. Actually, you know, this is the perfect time to throw up shield. So they're gonna reduce that damage by 5. Shattering the shield and also disabling use from it for a while to come. The sensible option at this point would be to cast something like Bane, but they're spiteful old fuckers, so they step back, and they're gonna throw out that Sonic Boom of Soundburst.
Sonic boom.
So fort save from Bloody Giblets and Monastery as a.
Oh no!
Giblets,
Being
no!
Giblets, no.
Can I hero point giblets as
Yes,
well?
yes, you can. Please
Save the boy.
save the boy. Well, it's still failure, but that's just being deafened and full damage. So the damage was 14. You were also deafened for 1 round. That shouldn't affect you guys too much. It's spellcasters will feel that one because it gives them a flat check they have to make to cast variable components. But for you guys, it's just like ringing in your ears for a moment. And you could probably guess they have like this big smirk, like, oh frick, my calf muscle, ooh, does that thing, ow, ow, ow. Sometimes my calf muscle likes to strain itself into oblivion, and all I can do is scream in agony. I love
My
it.
foot does.
Oh, I
Giblets is
hate that.
quite hurt.
Okay, cool. Cool. Baby, no. This man steps out. He stands atop his plateau, weapon drawn, and demands orders. Or actually just makes a bunch of like, yep. He yells at his compatriots to fight with fierceness. Stand tall. Storming through the door is an angry gentleman. I need to make sure that he's moving according to how much he can. There we go. He's going to have to spend 2 movement anyway. So he's just going to move over here and flank this baby. He has a smith's hammer in his hand. Target flat-footed.
Oof.
Considering he's flanking, that's critical. So you watch this enlarged smith's hammer land on top of him. He becomes blinded almost seconds later because he's walking straight into a bright light source. Actually, he's been working at a forge. He's probably used to it by this point. So, oh wait, I forgot. This guy also has sneak attack. Is that a roll? That is a roll. Okay, cool. So an extra 2 damage on top, Buckaroo. You can see that the cleric ain't feeling it. He ain't feeling so hot, as in he's like down to critical health range. This gentleman is like, oh, I want to get out of here. It's so hot. Ducks aside, keeps up a shield. He's like, wait, he must be deafened by that sound blast, and tries to kick you in the back. He's like, just a little. Did you have your shield up still?
Yeah.
No, you're good. You quickly swing your shield at him. It's like, listen, man, it's not that simple. You can't just
Take notes, buddy.
Considering you're a bug, do your antenna like wiggle or affect in any way? I don't know. I think they're mostly used for scent,
Yeah.
actually. Snuggu.
I mean,
Okay, first I'm gonna move. Okay, now I see stuff. I have to move a bit down as well. I still have the movement, right? Yeah. Move here,
Mm-hmm.
If
and I'm gonna put the ball. What?
nothing,
The ball
Just-
on top of the
just
cleric.
you don't want
The big guy is nice or not?
that. That's on. I mean, it's gonna.
You
roll
don't know
over the
yet.
Monastery.
He just
Do
seems
I?
to be beating the closest thing near him up. To the best
Okay,
of your
then
knowledge.
I'm gonna burn the cleric dude then.
Cleric,
not the
roll
big
me a
one.
reflex save as you're surrounded on all sides. Well, surprisingly, his reflex save is higher than his fort save. What's your DC? It's like 20, right? So that he makes it. Aw, too
It's
bad.
20.
Would have been so nice.
Oh.
Finish him off. Thierry. Oh wait, you
And
still have an action.
shield.
shield. Marvelous.
I put up a
Tiri.
shield.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna. Need to see. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna walk up to about here. Then I'm going to cast Elemental Betrayal on the big hobgoblin. And then also Clinging Ice. Well, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna choose water to him to be weak to water damage for the duration of this. I'm also gonna cast Clinging Ice.
Extra 3 damage as long as he takes any at all. Mean.
Yeah.
Marvelous. Well, he makes his basic reflex save, but he does take the extra damage, so that's half, becomes 3, then adds 3, so it becomes 6. So it's the same damage. You watch as the chilly billies get to him. Element of Betrayal. Oh, that's pretty cool. And you can technically sustain both spells. You just
Yeah.
keep freezing them. That's just mean. Hot Bath. There's a big scary man, there's another big scary man, and both of them are yelling.
Well, Giblets is deaf, and he's deafened, and he's freaking out a little bit. So he's just going to, without instructions, bite at the nearest hobgoblin.
I'd sooner imagine it's like an accidental bear hug. It's like, help me.
Munch.
Chomp.
Poor guy takes a whole bunch of damage, and he's suddenly becoming rather frightened at this large bear going for him.
Yeah, not sure if this large man is friend or foe for the time being, but the cleric is still in there, so he's going to take a single shot.
Oh, that's probably going to kill him. Yeah! There you go.
Yeah.
The cleric, standing in a fire, falls into it as he's struck. Let's hope that his jewelry doesn't melt in there. You can def see him.
Yep. So I'm gonna hunt prey on this guy. This what's his name? And then
He's-
do a hunted shot.
He's a
with the
sergeant.
two.
Overwhelming at that. He's a very strong stage presence.
Yeah.
His presence is so large that you accidentally shoot for the presence instead of his physical corporeal form.
Seeing double.
This guy notices the cleric go down, which is usually the moment you should be slightly concerned about circumstances. So he's just gonna think on that for a moment. What he's more concerned about is his ally getting whipped. So first thing he does is he sort of rushes into, or tries to rush into a monastery to, oh wow, he fails. He fails to trip you to the ground, buckaroo.
Nice try.
Well, that's not very nice of you. Then he starts showing off just how good he is with that sword of his.
Yeah, first one got hit.
Did you know you have the power of shield block?
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm gonna do that. To reduce that by 10.
Oh man, that's good. You and your shield take 12 damage instead. The magic of the shield limit, like, if you were to see this, but it's hard to see because it's a sword slash, but the sword slides across, creating a deep gash, but the magic sort of seals it up a little bit. It's really cool, if you could see it, but no one can! What a shame. Monastery. What a jackalope. It might be best to get rid of this recruit first, because he could provide this guy flanking, and that's a bigger problem than the recruit could ever be.
Yeah. In that case, I'll target. Well, it's the weenie boy, yeah. Target weenie boy and.
Oh, by the way, because he had barked orders, don't forget that that guy actually dealt an extra 4 damage.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because he was yelled at by his boss. And you critically hit the poor man.
Crit.
What is it with these guys getting killed by 24 damage? The third one. Well, that's him gone. Also, you're going to be no longer be deaf by the end of this. But so, what else do you do?
Is Giblets?
So, what do you do,
Then
Monastery?
I guess that probably wouldn't work. I guess just attack the other hobgoblin.
Handsome.
Oops, that was -5 too, so minus
Oh,
2.
man. Ah.
Then shield time.
He stands up here. Da- mm-mm. Da- 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 let's see. How far does he have to be for to affect everyone? Ugh. You know, he'll just scoot over a little bit, placing himself in a high position with a height advantage, and then he demands that his man come up here and defend him. He wants to take a defensive position. As he yells at him, the Gum also has to make a will save in order to be bolstered so that he doesn't care what his boss has to say anymore. He no longer cares what his boss has to say, but he does follow orders and steps up. Marvelous.
Yes, people, ball yourself up. That's what I need.
That is what you need. This angry man seems to ignore you, but let's just say that there's a big ball in the way and you guys are technically hostile, so he just kind of sits there and glares. Effectively, he's delaying his turn until that ball goes away. Snagu. You had a chance, but he didn't hit your friends, so...
Okay, I'm gonna move my ball to the two guys who are basically perfect for it.
See, normally this wouldn't be possible, but since they are technically in a line in such a way that you could just drop it on the both of them at once, slam!
Slam, bam, thank you,
Kaboom.
hobgoblin.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Beefed.
The sergeant, who was setting himself up and trying to be all big and posturing, takes the damage. Roll me 3d6.
A second.
Oh, is it my turn?
No, it's the. I'm waiting for someone to roll me the 3d6 damage for the fireball.
All right.
That's what I said.
It's 6.
Jerry, you had him caked in ice and hatred for ice.
Wait, a 6 to
So
action.
do I need to use 2 actions to sustain both the
Yes,
spells?
sustain is
Okay.
individual.
People, I have 2 actions left.
Oh yeah, what do you do with your other actions? Mister takes forever to roll 3d6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah,
I'm
it's
just
okay.
gonna lightning strike the 2 of them.
How rude.
No, electric arc, I'm sorry.
Show me the goods. Show me the goods. But
Ooh,
that guy made 2 critical successes against your spells, man. The other guy will take half, though. What is your
does
deal?
not like spells.
I hate these people.
No, he just throws his shield in the way every time. It's like shing, boom. And now it's Terry's turn. Terry, do you want to sustain both spells?
Yes.
Then do so. Please roll me the damage for the icy thing. Well, it's a
I'll
fort
just-
save. Where's the reflex? Reflex. Okay, cool. Gosh, it's so many reflexes. Well, it still takes half, and that half becomes 5 damage again. Half of that plus 3, so. One action
then-
left. This guy just gets frozen over and burned. He gets burnt and frozen, and then electrocuted.
The full spectrum.
He's truly betrayed by element.
Then I'm gonna do elemental toss on him as well. As well. Nice.
Of course. Don't you know anything about?
Got to fill out the rainbow.
Okay. An 8. Why does it say bludgeoning? Should be fire damage. Oh well.
Oh, he's no
Average
resistance.
damage.
This doesn't matter. He's mega pissed off. He's gonna come down there and start beating you up with that big sword of his.
Don't make me come down there.
All
Well, he
right.
already
Well,
did. That's why he's coming.
Don't make me come
um,
down there.
Can you hear me, Giblets, now? Okay, go after him.
Man, it's so neat that Giblets just gets a free action even if you don't command him. Giblets rushes up to the stairs.
and
'Cause
we'll
he's a good
support.
boy.
And then I will do a hunted strike.
Nice, nice, nice.
And Giblets gives support slash to each of those attacks.
Oh, Giblets, you handsome little boy.
5 damage.
Oh man, he's starting to look pretty beaten up. Remember when you guys had so much issue with a recruit, and now you're beating up a guy that's technically stronger than him with a lot more ease?
Hey, we gained 1 level.
To be to be fair, it's mostly because the regulars are like actually fully armored and have a shield and everything, and this guy's like, doing it on his own.
And it's also the fact that it was a really like
Shitty
Close.
situation. Lots of
Yeah.
dudes, yes.
I guess he'll
Still-
try just the third strike because why not? Ah, so close.
So close.
Oh, I also think I was critical failing each of my attack rolls.
Oh my god, yes, that was such a disaster. But that's what makes it a good learning moment. This recruit still not quite sure what to do with his life. How long does Burke orders last? I think it's just the turn. Yeah, it's just the turn. Because it's meant to be used on a whole bunch of dudes, which you all killed.
This
This
is
guy-
why you stay near your boys.
This guy charges forward towards Snuggu. Since Snuggu seems maybe he's not a wizard, but he was looking at him with those big red eyes, fire eyes of fire. Wait, this is Snuggu
Well,
sheet. I'm
it's
about
a,
to.
it's a dragon and there's fire, so
Snuggu must fear the blade. You know what? He's going to be aggressive. He's not going to use. He's just going to go twice. Pew, pew. Luckily, Snuggu only gets hit once. It's always nice when the wizard doesn't get hit. Let me just apply the damage too for you. Monastery. Turn off
I'm
the zero
gonna
source.
use lay on hands to heal myself for 12 and give myself that +2 AC,
So good.
and then move over to. I'm gonna help Snoggo. I don't suppose I could swap spaces with him, but I'll just stand here, and then I've got the bonus from the lay on hands. I should be fine, and
If-
then
yep.
strike.
Oh,
I
avenge
was targeting
him.
targeting myself, but yeah.
That's still a hit. And he doesn't have a shield up. Okay, that is still a hit, but not a crit. Oh wait, it's a crit 20. Excuse me. In that case, it's still a crit. Yes. Kaboom! What a blow!
Get away from my boy!
As he aggressively attacks, you strike at him and force him into part of the spit roast, which gets him right in the spine. Oh! What a blow. What a marvelous blow. This overwhelming hobgoblin. He knows what you're up to, Tiri. With all those hand gestures, the throwing of embers. He's just gonna... Excuse me, little bear. He has lost his temper.
Okay.
He has a mean streak and an evil smirk a mile wide, and there goes the sword. Swing!
Ooh.
Tiri feels the crit.
Okay.
So that's 22 damage you just take, and then he basically tries to grab you in the throat. And he grabs you. As he has completely lost all semblance of a temper. He's angry, and he's going to... Doesn't large help him in any... Plus due to melee damage, but doesn't help him with his things. Okay, well he's just going to try and throw this hobgoblin on the ground, and fails. Well, then he still has one action left to try and hit him with a hammer. Nope. That's actually a crit failure. Luckily, the hobgoblin is not a swashbuckler. Sanagu, you're awkwardly close to a guy who knows how to hit you if you cast a spell, so...
yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Um, weird question. If I push him next to his friend with hydraulic push, would I be able to move the ball on top of him after that?
Here's the question. Do you want to have an attack of opportunity made against you? Because hydraulic push will provoke one. If you say yes, then yes, you can technically push him on top of his friend. In that way.
Well, okay, I'm gonna survive that probably. I won't die. I won't die. I'm okay.
You
I said
say
it 3
that.
times now, I'm not
Snagu
gonna
says
die.
as he watches death and Good news, you're not dead, and you're at 1 hit point.
Oh,
God
baby.
damn it, Snuggu!
The legend.
I told you, I'm not gonna die.
Fucking wink and smile, baby.
Also, I can use Retributive Strike
Oh,
to
yeah.
lower that by 5.
Fucking hit him. Smack him. Oh,
Why am I targeting myself?
no. Well, you hit him anyway. His AC's 24. Oh, God. So this is...
Shank.
So Snuggu takes 11 damage, but he actually takes less. He takes, I think, just 5 then. Right? Because yours is 6 resistance.
It's... what was it?
2 plus level, so
2
6.
plus your level, yeah, so it's 6. Takes 5 damage.
Then Snuggu, despite his risky move, does not hit him. Unfortunately. Oh, man. Would have been so great. You still have an action left, Snuggu.
So my push didn't work in the end,
Nope.
right?
Unfortunately.
Oh no.
But he has used his attack of opportunity, so you
Yeah.
can run away if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna
Wee. I don't want to get hit
run
again.
away.
Wee. He's baby.
Set baby to yeah.
Hey, Terry. You know what a
Yeah.
very
That's
bad
also
place to be is?
fun.
It's next to a guy with a big sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and escape with acrobatics.
You try and use your sneaky goodness. Oh. Okay, so since you crit failed, you cannot make any further escape attempts on your turn.
Why did I make 2? Weird. Well,
You have 2 actions left, though.
I can't use the constant. I can't sustain spells, can I?
I think you can, since it's just concentration.
Okay, I'm gonna sustain those 2 spells then.
You stare him dead in the eyes and let him know. Bring it on, motherfucker. Roll me the damage for out of that icy blow. Give him the chilly billies. He takes half, but again, that added 3 just makes it so much better. Oh, this takes 5 again.
Slowly whittling away.
Slowly, just slowly. Hot bath.
Does Hot Bath still have line of sight with this
Yeah.
sergeant? Okay. Then he will instruct Giblets.
After him, he's not dead yet.
Mm, he's just going to do a Jaws attack, I think.
Just bite him in the rear.
Bite him in the butt.
I didn't sustain my spirit.
No.
It fades away. I forgot that part.
And then he will Hunter strike on this chap.
Ooh, nice one. He's almost down. He's starting to look like, if he wasn't such a hard ass, he'd probably be open to surrender. But, you know, this guy sees the bear bite.
Wait, I still have an action. Is he
Ooh.
dead?
No,
Not dead?
still standing. Almost
Okay.
got him.
Let's try a third shot.
Oh boy, missed by 16.
That's a lot. to miss
What a
by.
wonderful. This man
Missed
sees a
by
bear bite his
much.
boss, and as he charges through the campfire, his shadow thrown across the wall. He darts behind the bear. At first he was like, I'm gonna push that bear into the fire, but now he's like, no. No, you know what? It's more cinematically appropriate for him to go over here and try and shove that bear into the fire. Bear resists with his big, bubbly body. He just tries to hit the bear out of frustration. But that too fails.
Big old
Monastery.
chunky butt.
It's a big chunky bear. Ain't gonna move for nobody.
I'm a bear. I'm gonna move over here. So I'm flanking the sergeant.
Chop his hand off, so he can't do it no more.
And then hit him with the big choppy.
Give him the old Skywalker treatment.
It's like, boy.
He's gonna go down. There he goes. As you do need to get his hand chopped clean off. And now, the good news. The final hobgoblin, despite his fierce resistance, is going to surrender in the face of these odds, since his boss is dead. So will you accept surrender from this mean gentleman, or will you teach him a lesson?
Absolutely accept surrender.
What does the rest of the party have to say about this?
Yeah, likewise, but
Maybe our big friend here might have something to say about the matter. Hello.
Yes, hello. Thank you
The
for the
big
assistance.
the big man will have nothing to say. Well, essentially, you've beaten the hobgoblin regular. He still counts for full points. Because why not award points for things you have solved, problems you have overcome? I'll take a moment to tally up the experience points, so give me a moment. So there
Right.
were 4 recruits. They were level -3, so that's 60. Let me just write this all down so I can keep track of it. That guy was 4, 4, 5. That's 60 plus 80, and then plus 60. In total, that fight was worth 200 points.
nice.
It was a big fight.
Damn.
That was several separate fights. They got into one big fight, which I planned for, which is why it wasn't entirely undoable. And somehow it actually went better than that other one, which is the part that gets me. The rolls, man. It's all about the rolls. The big gentleman will eventually shrink back down in size as the magic that he's able to conjure upon himself withers down. And he
Also,
seems.
how much did you say? Just
Hmm?
real quick. How much XP did you say?
Let me rewrite
We're
that.
205.
200 EXP. Garrett, politely remind you.
Okay. Thank you, Garrett.
What a champ. Oh gosh, do I have to set this for? There's someone tapping on the walls, and I know why. It's because they're replacing the insulation around here.
Tippy tap.
Oh,
But it
he
sounds like
was-
he's bullying me.
He was just a large child after all.
Tiffy, you're getting your things wrong. Tiffy, do numbers better.
God damn it! There was a thing I could set. There was a thing I could set that made it so that I could unselect things by just clicking instead of whatever. I'll take care of that some other day. Anyway, you've got Garrett. You've got a hobgoblin who's throwing his weapons on the ground in surrender. You've got a bunch of corpses who have nothing spectacular on them, and a jewel-wearing cleric.
Is there any jewels left? Can I search the jewel?
You decide to look over this man, hoping that perhaps he has something on him. Sad news for you. That you're not gonna like. His gold has all molten down, is now stuck in the cracks of the floor. So you get with a hot fireball like that. But on the plus side, a black pearl has survived, and I've added it to your loot inventory. The black
Yay.
pearl does seem to be the prize of his collection anyway.
+1 pirate ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Additionally, the hobgoblin sergeant might have something you like because his breastplate has a little mark on it, a rune to be specific.
Oh, damn.
+1 breastplate to be specific.
How much experience is for level 5?
1,000 as ever.
Yeah, it's 1,000 for every level.
Oh. Okay.
So the XP of everything else scales.
Yep, that's how it works. You get experience depending on how far an enemy is from your level.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
This also means that the
Much-
experience chart is hella simple.
It's a much smoother system.
I'm surprised 5e didn't do that. It seems like such an obvious thing considering that experience it was so wiggly in Pathfinder 1.
Hmm.
No, we like our experience to be like 25,000.
Listen, man,
Or
at some
something.
point, all those decimal points. Listen, science has taught me anything. Is that significant numbers is where it's at, baby.
But big numbers, lots of zeros.
Garrett thanks you profusely, but unfortunately, since you have defeated his captors, he may not be long for this world, as he begins to slowly fade away a bit.
Oh no.
What,
Uh,
what's happening to you?
Yeah.
Garrett politely informs you that he is a ghost of this place, and he long haunted it. The cleric was able to bind him with a magical ritual, and they forced him to essentially maintain their equipment and stuff, and answer questions.
Where can we find the dwarf and the things we're looking for before he
Yeah,
disappears?
He politely informs
Artifacts.
you that one of the finest items that has been made is in the hands of the dragon down below.
Oh.
It's a
Oh,
dwarven,
no.
a finely made dwarven axe, the crown piece of the collection. And there's some hobgoblins down there as well who are trying to make a deal with it.
Hmm.
He's not quite sure what the deal's about, but they were like going down there with all kinds of riches, trying to win it over.
Great.
Well,
Well-
thank you, kind spirit.
Yeah, thank you for your assistance. I hope you rest in peace.
Did you work with what was the name of our craftsman person?
Does
Did
not
you
know the
know
person
him?
you're going to talk about. Does not know that noble. However, gosh dang it, I made a note about this. Excuse me. I need to peel open some information. Because this guy does have something special that I've written down specifically. Where is it? Gosh dang it, I'm such an idiot. I have all these notes, and I don't use them. Shoot the players beat her, no, that's something else. Where is this guy? I need to know the room number. Then I can tell you. His room is 35. Okay, cool. Well, he does, before he goes, offer to help you out. Particularly, he offers to help out Monastery.
Oh,
He grasps your sword firmly if you let him.
yeah.
Well, actually, he offers you one of two things. He can either give your weapon Ghost Touch. Like, give any weapon you want Ghost Touch. Or he can add Returning to any two weapons you desire.
Ghost touch sounds more appropriate. I'm not exactly ranged, boy.
Handsome.
Girl. Boy, girl.
With an Abracadabra Abracazoo, your weapon gains a powerful rune in Dwarven script. It allows you to hit ghosts as good as you could hit anyone else.
Neat. I'll add that to the thing. Striking ghost touch.
Who knows, maybe you'll see some ghosts down here, since apparently they can just be found and captured.
Hey, it'll help me in my quest to bring the dead to rest.
Also, in my notes, I wrote his name as Grerid.
Grerid.
It's almost as bad as calling Gerald Geralt.
Geraldo.
Gerald.
Or Gidlets.
Giblets. Gidlets. Gridlets.
I am the king of the Doran Mountain.
It is a very nice throne, yes. Although it's not designed for your butt. It's too small.
There we go.
It's too small for me.
It's too big for you, I mean. Sorry.
Tiny little butt.
Anyway, the fire continues to bubble on. Bubble, bubble. Well, kids, what do you want to do now? You've cleared this place out. Look at that cool sword. It has this weird...
Cool.
So, the way that this rune manifests is that it's basically your sword has a second version that's attached to it that is made of ghost energy. So it has this weird glowy aura to it that trails behind it when you swing it.
That's cool.
You can also at any moment remove the rune and place it on another weapon if you ever find yourself swapping. Just saying.
What kind of rune does the big dude have on his armor?
A +1. So if you were to buy a rune stone, you could suck it up and then put it on another piece of armor or a bit of clothing.
We should interrogate this gentleman here.
Yeah, he's just kind of waiting there on the stairs. I'll just assume that you put him in cuffs or something, or at the very least he's just playing nice for an owl.
So,
We took away his armor and weapons.
Taking off his
So-
armor, take a moment though.
they said, well, Garrett said that you guys were trying to make a deal with the big dragon downstairs. Do you have any details about that?
He lets out a little laugh. Yes, of course. We're making a deal so that our High Worm Lord can have more dragons under her control.
High Worm Lord.
Yes.
So you guys all, I assumed you guys followed the dragon downstairs, but it sounds like you've got a bigger, badder friend in the sky.
This isn't our first dragon. We know our way around him. But this one's very, very stubborn.
Yeah, I got that impression.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind her seeing the mistake of not joining up. She has a weakness, you know.
Oh, does she now?
Oh, don't they all? But they always keep it hidden. So well hidden, people rarely find out unless you've got a good eye. And luckily, he looks at the corpse like, my other boss has a good eye.
Hmm.
He'll be teaching her a good lesson real soon if she doesn't play ball. And then, when they all come back, you'll be nothing but pit stains.
guys sound confident. Especially considering we did just wipe the floor with a lot of you.
No,
Uh,
those are all weenies. If you saw the actual brunt of our army, you'd be talking a whole different tone. We were just taking these along because we thought, easy job. Nice little training to get him to fall in line proper.
Well, they did fall.
Burr, 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 burr. Wah.
those two fell in a line.
Technically, any two people always fall in the line.
Yeah.
That's how a line works.
It can be a curved line, so they were all technically fine.
If we curve
Yeah,
space-time, they all fell in the same line, yes.
It's got a bit of a bell
The
curve going on.
grand scheme of things.
So, which way to the dragon's chamber?
Oh, well, down there, you just follow the water next to the forge, and you'll fall right into it.
Okay.
Technically, that's the way to do it if you want to get there fast. But if you want to get there with your legs intact, you have to find, well, I don't know where it is, but they found the passage somewhere to the east that goes down there with a ladder.
Right.
He doesn't seem very cooperative, so Giblet's gonna go up to him and snarl.
I don't
Oh,
know,
no.
He's
No.
cooperating all right.
Well, you spooked him.
Well, he's spooked now.
You are coercing him.
We're playing good cop, bear cop.
Well, you decide to coerce him. What do you want to know that he isn't letting go before?
Where's the good stuff hidden? You probably know the path.
They already told you where the good stuff's hidden. Down there with the dragon, right? That's what the Gare told you, right?
Yeah.
Then
I mean,
take us.
so let's be clear. He'll give you the short and narrow without costing you a coerce. They aren't looking for treasure here. Anything they found is incidental. They aren't scouting this place. They aren't clearing every room like you are. They're just looking around, looking for the dragon.
And it sounds like they've already found it.
This isn't their lair.
We should just kill him and move on.
We don't need to kill him. He's already surrendered.
You run away like a coward once you let him go. Right to your merchant, who might have some objections, but I don't know. Actually, she doesn't know about the hobgoblins being a problem. She'll probably be like, I guess they saved another person.
He might notify someone. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, unless he heads the way we're going, then there's no one else to notify.
True.
By the sounds
Unless
of
they
it,
let him go.
probably. Maybe you can use your coercion check for that. I don't know.
Just tell him not
To do what? Sorry.
not to call for help.
Like
Yeah,
you've
just,
intimidated him. You can ask for some extra special information, as it were. Like, maybe that dragon's weakness, as a nice GM reminder, wink wink.
Oh, yes.
See, sometimes I'm nice, and I don't just
You
laugh
know
at
what
your
the
misery.
weakness is. Tell us.
At first, again, this is the coercion check. This is where that result actually comes in. At first, he's like, "Nah, I'll never tell you anything. I want to see you." And then your bear gets like really close, and he saw that bear maul that guy, and he's like, and he tries to keep as stiff of a face as he can. But while he's a fighter, he doesn't have bravery, so he's just like, Let me just double check. Okay, well, he's accustomed to cruel and harsh discipline in his position, because they're evil guys. That's how it works. But he's still very intimidated by the bear and goes, I don't know too many details. It's, what was it again? It's allergic to some kind of spice that they found. Apparently it gets into a real sneezing fit.
Must be curry.
Pepper.
Is it within these passages?
I know the boss had like a whole vial of it on him.
Oh.
And he points to the body, that boss, not the one that's downstairs negotiating with the dragon.
Ah, that's much handier.
Searching his
Hopefully it
body,
hasn't been charred.
you find a spice kit. Fancy people tend to have spice kits on them. He points out which one it is. What kind of spice would be? Let's just say nutmeg. The thing is deathly allergic to nutmeg.
Tasty.
Wow. I mean, I'm not a fan of nutmeg either, but
I don't even know what
Jeez.
nutmeg tastes like. I just know that there's a guy who does a show and he loves putting nutmeg in everything.
Wait, am I allergic to nutmeg then as well? Are all dragons?
Oh, cool. Apparently Paizo for Pathfinder 1, he released a whole list of spices from allspice to wheat and vanilla. So yes, if you he tells you that if you throw like a bit of nutmeg at it, it'll go achoo achoo. Essentially, it has to make a fort save, and on a failure, it probably becomes like sickened or something, and on a critical failure, it becomes slowed as it's just busy sneezing all over the place.
This climate and pandemic, that's not a good thing.
hmm.
There's enough in this bottle, by the way, for a good throw or two, so that might give you a keen advantage.
Yes. Well, does
To be
anyone
fair,
else
I'm
have
pretty
any
sure
other-
that if I threw a whole a powder bag of nutmeg at you, you'd start sneezing too as the stuff gets up your nose.
Yeah, probably.
It's like the cinnamon challenge.
Right.
The weakness of the dragon is to perform the cinnamon.
Just gotta get it in her mouth. Maybe.
The problem is you need a really big spoon.
Maybe just get her to swallow Snogu and coat him in cinnamon, and there you go.
Yes, yes, I like the idea. Yes, completely, I agree.
All right. Get out
Anyway.
of here and never come back.
Before you go, he will give you some basic information as to what he does know about this place. He knows that this door up here, there's some kind of spooky ghost behind that. This door in the back, there's a spooky fog back there and some skeletons, and he's like, we're not touching that. Down here is a kitchen, and the table tried to attack him. So they didn't go back there again. And he heard from his boss that somewhere around here is like a lady in a magic circle, and they were like, "You're not a dragon, are you?" And she was like, "No," and they left. They never talked to her again.
So Snogo would like to go play with the ghost, then sniff some of that smoke, stand on the table, and hit the lady. That's his plan for the rest of the
Yeah,
show.
as soon as hearing there are ghosts and skeletons here, monastery perks up entirely, sword in hand, ready to go.
Maybe these are friendly ghosts.
Potentially, but we must help them find rest.
You didn't kill our good friend Garrett.
Yeah, but Seren Ray's teachings say that I must bring them to rest. Not necessarily by violence, also by, like, achieving whatever's tying to them to this world.
So, Garrett's already dead. He probably died when the dragon initially attacked. So he might even be aware of the erasure. But ghost being ghost. He was summoned here. He wasn't like a haunting presence. They summoned his presence back here in some fashion, like a seance. And then they got him. Because he might have information about the place.
Maybe a hobgoblin Ouija board.
They used a Luigi board.
All right, well, where to?
Gregnancy.
Heading
Yes,
north
pregnancy.
first seems like the idea. That's where the
Wait.
ghosts were.
First, can I use a scroll of first ever heal on myself?
Go
'Cause
nuts, cut.
Yeah.
Buckaroo.
I just realized I'm on 5 health.
Yeah.
Should we maybe rest? Is there time to rest now?
Well, first,
Yeah, we can probably have a.
I think
rest
it's
by
more
the
than
fire.
enough time for me at the very least to start rolling the dice of destiny and see if anything decides to bother you while you're hanging around. Cool. If you want to take a rest, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, we can commandeer this fireplace.
Hey, there's even some food, and you just found a spouse kit. You could probably make this work.
Yeah.
So if you take a rest, I'm just gonna presume that you got your buckaroo over here constantly refocusing and slapping people with heals and everything.
Yeah, that probably only take like an hour tops. And then we can have the rest.
Oh yeah, before I forget, you guys did uncover some useful information, interrogated a guy, and learned some important information. So give yourself an extra 30 experience points and a hero point,
Yay.
as you have completed a moderate objective. A major objective would be like finding an item or killing the dragon or something,
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's taking a rest. Well, put yourself at full HP. Give yourself all your focus points and spell slots and all cool things back. Remember to poop in the pooping corner and all that
Did I lose
jazz.
my wounded?
Your drain goes down by 1 as your natural vitality returns to you, which is a significant buff from 18 HP, I think. Yeah, it was yeah, from 22 to 26. That's a lot better.
Yeah.
You'll get there, Buckaroo. Also, your wounded is all gone, so at the very least you can take a good couple of blows. Could be worse. Could be worse. Marvelous. Anyway, kids and cadets. You know what? Whoever has a good medicine check, I'll let someone try again to see if they can help you recover from that drain a bit faster. Because you do
I
got
have
a nice meal here.
We got +6.
I got a 7.
Go ahead and try, Buckaroo. No, no extra recovery. Try as you might. This is not a good cut of pork.
Is that a saying?
No, I'm just talking about the fact that the pork isn't good, and thus the healing is not as good.
Okay.
You've taken sort of 8 hours of rest. You've kept watch. Not much seems to have happened other than during the middle of the night you heard a terrifying scream from nowhere. But that's probably fine. You're trying to fight ghosts anyway.
Gee whiz, I hope that wasn't anything important.
I hope that wasn't our quest dying. Go upstairs, you find the lady. She's like, she left a note saying, "I waited too long. Bye."
Well, at least you
God,
left
I hate
a note.
I hate it when that happens.
At least she left a note. I hate it when your quest log doesn't automatically update while you're in the middle of a dungeon that your quest giver has left.
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay,
whirlwind,
guys.
man.
So what's the choice? Fog, lady, or ghost?
Or
Big
Ghost.
monastery is chomping at the bit. It's just a ghost.
Post. There's also skeletons, and that's the second most priority.
Hey, at least you can hit ghosts good now.
Yeah.
Maybe if you hit a skeleton with the flat of your blade, you can hit him, bonk him good. Man, it is so nice to have a party where I don't have to control an NPC and have to drag him around the place all the time. Ugh. That happens in so many games. It's just weird. Monastery, you open the door and see ahead of you what probably was a fountain at some point in history. Not this point in history. It is a large pool filled to the brim with pure liquid darkness that creates this mist hanging around it. And from it, well, you can't see it because it's in the mist. I think you can almost see it.
Kinda?
Yeah.
I can see something there.
If anyone here speaks Dwarven, I think you do. You will hear the
Yeah,
creature.
I do.
It says several names and seems to be yelling about a whole bunch of stuff. It's moaning and groaning and unleashing unpleasant sounds. But what's more important than any of that is that, man, I just love. So this is, I got the 3.0 version here, and I just can't stop giggling at how weird 3.0 status effects were. What happens if you are hit by a Allep's madness? You become hypnotized.
Oh, yeah.
You're not stunned. You're not paralyzed. No, you're hypnotized. It just makes me giggle every time. Goodness me. Point is, you're affected by mad giggling of a spooky shadow. So how about we start combat? Everyone at the start of the turn. Well, first let me end combat. There we go.
Probably help.
Lucky for you, however, you only become You can roll me again, buckaroos. You bunch of chilibillies. Luckily, you are only affected by the natural effect if you're standing close enough to the darkness. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's the turn marker. I was wondering why there was suddenly another circle in there. Monastery, a creeping shadow crawls out of the liquid, taking with it the fine spritzy mist. Whoops. Wait, what is the mist? Oh, it's a light source. You become shrouded in the darkness. Even your supernatural vision cannot perceive through. And feel a cold hand grab you.
Oh, that's a big
That's a
grab.
grab.
It sucks out your life force.
Owie.
Additionally, when it hits you, it starts to suck up your shadow like a vacuum cleaner.
So I don't think that's physical. So I didn't have my shield up anyway, so doesn't
Oh,
matter.
excuse me. Its effect is
It's a shadow Roomba. Run away.
yeah. You become enfeebled ever so slightly, and your shadow begins to peel off the floor. Monastery, quick! I just realized that it actually uses the spell Befuddle. That's how I decided to handle this. So you are not no will save. Just go ahead. It'll befuddle you later.
Okay. It's dark, but and I hit him. Missed.
And I missed.
I hit him.
And I missed.
And I missed.
Nah,
And then shield.
oh man, why not a popsicle? Hot bath. It's ghosts.
So
Mm,
it's shrouded in darkness, but can Hambath actually see any kind of target within that?
Well, as long as you're like
Darkness?
outside of the dark range, you can't even properly make out where it is. So you're fighting a concealed enemy. So it's a 20% miss chance on every attack. But other than that, you can still see where it is and shoot at it.
Can I hunt prey at it?
Yes, you can see it enough to
Okay.
hunt it.
Then I shall do that.
Would hate to say no.
And where did my bar go? Where did my utility bar go?
You mean if you
Went
click
to-
yourself? That still appears for me. Maybe unselect and select yourself again?
Oh yeah, there it goes. Sorry. Okay. Hunt prey on the shadow entity. Then command giblets to stride forth.
Attack the shadow! Attack the darkness!
Attack
the darkness. I attack the darkness.
Oh wait, there's a pit here. It's not gonna go
I
in the
found a heart. Same energy.
pit. Giblets is just going to attack with his jaws, and he's gonna miss.
I admire Giblets' go get 'em attitude, but I'm just gonna be straight in front and narrow here. Biting a ghost with a non-magic set of teeth is not the most effective way of fighting ghosts.
Hunted shot.
Hey!
So do you want me to roll a concealment?
I'll say that because your puppo is next to your big boof is next to it. No,
Okay.
your dog cues you in. Unfortunately, even with your magical weapon, it still has resistance 5. So,
And the second shot misses.
like you're trying to shoot a shadow. It's limited effectiveness. So one thing I like about Ironclaw, it's like, hey, you can punch a ghost, but you can't stab a ghost. You need to use your own life energy to grapple it. It's so great. It's
I'm
not.
gonna try to electric arc it. Let's start with electricity to see if that works.
I mean, it's resistant to everything that's not normal. Unfortunately, its reflex save is bonkers. It's a shadow.
Wow.
It's a
No.
shadow. What were you expecting? Oh, it doesn't take any damage, good sir. If it's a critical succeeds like that, it just doesn't take anything. Your zappy zaps seem horribly
Oh,
ineffective.
no.
Jerry.
I'm going to cast. Yeah, I'm going to cast Daze on it.
I guess that could technically work.
I'm experimenting.
This is really one of those fights where having a cleric is the best thing ever. Because clerics just go BAM! And he's just dead. It's the worst. He's just like, that's not even fair. Why would you do this to me? A basic will save, so it takes half damage. Go ahead. You do the babyest damage, because it's only your modifier, I think.
So what's innate charisma?
It takes 1 damage. Actually, it takes no damage, because it's resistant to everything. That's not force, ghost touch, or positive.
Okay.
It just shrugs off your attempt to influence its mind. The creature swooshes through the walls. Ooh, for it has no corporeal form. It doesn't care about your mortal conceptions of walls. and then it unleashes a befuddlement upon all of thee. Woo! Essentially, it unleashes a mad gibbering in the area, and everyone who's standing in that purple zone of spook has to roll me the will save. DC 21, or your brain becomes filled with woo, but only for one round.
Oh.
Do you know that if you crit fail, you become confused? You know what confused does? I say what you do that turn.
Yeah, I'm hero pointing the heck out of that.
Monastery, you're not even in that area.
I'm not?
Yeah. The thing is
Okay,
only like
never mind, I
immediately.
don't-
You have to be really close to hear the madness in his woo.
And I don't beef it, and I don't use a hero point.
Monastery, on the other hand, is probably slightly frustrated. Monastery, go.
Okay. Steppy? Sorry, dang it. Wrong target. Steppy into the darkness. Then,
I'll say you got him flanked, considering that everyone is surrounding this thing.
I don't think lay on hands counts as an attack. Does it? Doesn't have the attack tag.
What are you using?
I was just checking to see if lay on hands
No.
counts as an attack.
No, it's just a fort save on his end, I think.
Yeah, in that case, I'll do that
You
first.
slap him. His fort save is bad, but I think he makes the save, but he still takes the positive damage. So roll me 2d6. You hear this sharp hiss as you burn it away with your hands.
Doesn't fail, so it doesn't get the penalty, and then I'll smack him.
Oh, so my hand doesn't do it for you, huh? Well, I still got a sword, boy. Takes full 10 damage. Pew. Your blade cuts through it, and unlike the arrows, which just kind of pull at it, yours just clean cut. Hot bath. There's no penalty for
bath.
shooting in melee with ranged.
No. No, but I don't think he likes being here.
Giblets, come by my side.
Bear!
And Giblets will just support at this point, since we're all nice, nice and
We're all
huddled
friends
together.
here.
Yeah. It's gonna do his hunted shot.
We're all in this together.
Let me just double check what the status effects are. Well, Clumsy just lowers your AC, and Stupefied is only important for the spellcast, so let me just apply that. It's only one round, too. Hot Bath succeeds, so no biggie there. So happy together.
God damn it.
Roll me the 1d6 support. 1d8, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's rainy.
Golly. Your bear is not being supportive.
Not being very supportive now. And then Hot Bath is going to use his his third action to move away and closer to the light. Doesn't like this shadow thing.
Wah, 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 wah.
I am everything I can be.
He's everything. He's just Snagu. Just what a beaten and bruised boy that keeps coming back. Like that's the part that gets me is that no matter how bad, he'll be there and he'll be ready to beat you up.
The Phoenix of Dragons.
Snagu.
Question:
Yes.
would any of these status affect me if I were to splash him with the anti-ghost water?
The anti-ghost water does not affect any of those. Except Clumsy, which affects dexterity-based checks.
Well, I'm trying to splash it on him. So,
Go ahead.
can I use the anti-ghost water? But how do I use it?
Anti-ghost water. What even was the anti-ghost water?
It's holy water.
If it's just holy water, it's just holy water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
the thing is, there is another kind of anti-ghost water, which is like a bomb.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Just make sure you don't get it on me, okay?
Like, I'm not kidding. There's a thing called Ghost Charge, which is like holy water plus. Man.
Super duper hole.
I spit. A pope spat in this holy water.
Yes, I would like to use one of the two that we have.
Throw me some holy water. I gotta find where it actually is located. 'Cause who knows where holy water can be found among all these things? Other consumables, I think. Yes.
Yes.
It does 1d6 good damage and 1 good splash damage. Only affects fiends, undead, and creatures that have a weakness to goodness. Unlike an alchemical bomb, it doesn't add
Like
the manipulate trait.
Tiri.
Oh well, you kind of spritz it on him. Roll me a range attack if you have any ready.
I have none ready.
Just
I'm
roll me your
gonna-
spell attack then. Just let's give him a little spritz. So let's keep it fast, smooth. Your spell attack. You can click
not
this
that
button, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That button, yes.
Roll me 1d6 plus 1 then. Because that's how much goodness sears away at this ghost. Oh man, 6 damage. You see the
6 damage.
you see the ghost sear. The spectral form gets all smoky. Whoosh.
Can you tell our fortunes?
No, it's not Yuri Geller.
The wrong kind of seer.
You have 1 action left,
Alright.
Snuggle. 1 to take it out, 1 to give it a toss, and now you got 1 left.
Shield action. Thank you.
Wow. Tiri.
So I'm just gonna cast produce flame as a melee attack.
Oh wow. Oh, god dang it. Show me the goods. Oh, you're gonna slap him. Just fucking
Yeah.
get him. Get him!
No.
Fire
Whoa.
hand.
Don't hit yourself on the way down. 1 action left. Oh, by the way, you missed anyway, but don't forget, Stupefy does require you to make a flat check. Or your brain
Alright.
doesn't work good enough for spellcasting. But that doesn't matter right now because you missed anyway.
Okay, then I'm gonna just keep my shield up. Put my shield
Can
up.
you roll me a check for that? Because that also affects your shield abilities. Here we go. You must make a flat check, DC 5 plus your stupefied value, which means it's DC 7. D20. Just a flat D20. You're fine.
There
You
we go.
got it. Marvelous. The mad and rambling ghost does not know what to do. It's confused by all these weird forms. What's a sensible thing for it to do? Well, it's a mad ghost for once. It's just gonna fly around the place. It doesn't think straight. It doesn't do straight. Its hand.
Stop running away from me.
God dang ghosts! You've nothing to fear but fear itself. Oh boy. Its hands reach out for the bear, and then it reaches out for the spellcaster. It hits both, actually. Be glad that's not the other way around, or we would have had a crit on our hands.
Hmm.
So that's 14 for the bear, and 6 for the lucky spellcaster. As its hands try to suck you dry. And also, don't forget, you become enfeebled, which should hurt either of you all that much. As your shadows, too, begin to peel from your physical forms. Monastery, it's running away again!
God damn it! Gonna frickin' move over here. And then
Wait,
just
wait, how much
attack
damage do I
this
take
dang
again?
thing.
6.
That's 6.
Damn it.
Believe in your heart. Believe in your soul.
Beans.
Apparently your heart and your soul are just not in a good mood today.
Man.
Hot bath. The spectre flies and swoops.
Get him, giblets!
Like, seriously, you should
Good.
probably focus on support. Also, don't forget that Hunter Shot combines both attacks damage.
Yeah, they do. But so far, I've missed on the second attack pretty reliably.
Golly, what a rude place to be.
Giblets actually does a lot of damage when he's attacking on his own. Because he's big now.
Well,
So
what a
he's
handsome
gonna
boy.
try.
He's
Well-
got the beef.
The problem is, as I mentioned
Oh, right,
before,
it's not
double
mad
resistance.
Yes. Well, there's still a chance.
You should,
Still a chance.
you should buy him one of those wraps that just makes his teeth magical. But get him a magic grill for his teeth.
Bling.
Hot bath, few of
Um,
attacks and actions.
All right, hunted shot. Pew.
That's a hit. Show me the other attack too, so we know what's up.
Yep. See? Again.
Again. Show me the support, please.
No, no support. He did double attack.
Okay, then you do no damage, but you still have one action left.
I don't have much else I can do.
Marvelous.
Does monastery look hurt?
Kinda.
No, I'm fine.
A little bit, like a smidge, like injured. But not like
Okay,
properly
well
staggered or
then
anything.
Hot bath will just get closer to the fire.
Nice and cozy. Snagu.
I don't even know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna move here and cast maybe Grim Tendrils. Would I know if that would work?
The problem
It's
is,
dark damage.
so negative energy doesn't work on undead. Also, bleed damage does not work on shadows. So it's kind of a double no.
Yeah.
Oh no! I
Actually,
don't
negative
know
damage
what
will
to-
probably heal it. So don't, please.
Never mind.
This is the part where like a wizard would go, I could have told you that years ago, and he just pulls up his pants all the way up to his
I'm gonna,
elbows.
Which is
I'm gonna
impressive
put a
because it was
shield
already
on
up there.
myself and
Wizards wear only the largest pants.
I'm here and with a shield and that's it.
What a bolsterous move, Tiri.
So am I still like enfeebled?
Oh yeah. Enfeeble only affects your melee attacks though.
Okay.
It's strength and strength-based auxiliaries.
All right.
Doesn't affect your spell attacks though.
That's good. Just slap it with another flame. Please. I'm gonna use a hero point to.
Add two? Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, fine if you want to re-roll as well, but
I'll
get greedy.
Just add two.
Slap him with fire. It's 4 damage. The
Hey.
ghost starting to fade. Not bloody giblets. I don't know why I got hit. Give him his health back. The spectre is starting to look like nothing more but shreds as it reaches critical stage, which is to say it has 25 or less health left, or is near that, because I like to be anticipatory about things. It doesn't like that it's being zapped and thrown and had like holy water thrown at it, so it gets closer. And it's kind of impressive that like the light from this fire just vanishes inside this globe of darkness. It's like there's a wall in the way. Then, however, it really, really, really wants to peel Monastery's shadow off. Monastery becomes a little bit more enfeebled, but the real problem is that you're getting awkwardly close to it creating a duplicate shadow. As your shadow begins to start moving on its own, peeling from your feet. Monastery.
Less than ideal.
You're about to create an undead, which is probably going to make Serenway very angry at you.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. It's creating the undead.
You can talk all about it in front of God Court
During your
Slashy,
performance
slashy.
review.
with Judge Serenway. Oh man, that's a solid blow. Okay, the ghost. If you just hit it once, just come on, man. I believe in you. I believe in your heart and your soul, and I believe in everything in between.
Well, the next one's gonna be.
Heart, soul, mind, matter.
Yeah. Nope.
Baby, no.
Hero point?
I don't think hero point will help with that. It's still
Yeah,
probably like a 25% chance of hitting.
but let me just be obvious. You only need 4 more damage from any source. Hot bath. Can you do 4 damage?
Can I do 4 damage? I don't know. Alright, let's tell the bear to support. Boom. Flanking. That won't really help, but he'll support anyway.
Good
Hunted
feedback.
shot. First attack. It's a hit. Second attack.
It's a crit.
Show me the goods. It's not a very impressive set. Well, fun fact: that first hit would have destroyed it, but it's far more fun if the second one is the one we consider canon here. Man, that's what you needed. That's what you needed. The big bloosh of darkness around it fades away, and for a moment you see this amorphous blob shapeshift into a dwarf. A dwarf who, in this brief scene, seems to get struck with multiple arrows thrown about. It's like you're watching the final moments of a person's life flash before your eyes, and it's a grisly sight. Truly a way a ghost could be made. And then it's quiet. Your enfeebled goes down by 1 per hour, in case you wanted to know. So, there you go.
Great.
Well, let's hope the other ghosts are nicer than this.
Yeah.
Okay, kids. The water falls back to normal. It's no longer filled with liquid darkness. With liquid arc.
They will now.
Nobody
Market
knows
near
that.
you.
Nobody knows that. Well, come on, man. People subscribe to SGF and learn about liquid arc and incredibly bad comic book based game.
I found some doors.
There are lots of doors. It looks like a living quarters of some sorts, considering their proximity. Good old dwarf fortress design.
Do you think there are more ghosts in these?
If only you had like a detectometer for ghosts.
Yeah. This isn't phasmophobia.
Guess I can detect magic, but don't know if that'll work for ghosts.
The walls are made of solid stone. That's the problem here.
True.
Yeah.
Would read aura work?
It takes 10 minutes. During that time, the ghosts will probably be trying to chew your face off
Yeah.
in
Let's
undead
just
frustration.
pop open some doors and hope we get lucky. Eh. Oh, it's corpses.
This room shows you a unpleasant sight and tells and speaks a story of its own. Let's just say that story is that a bunch of people had a pretty tough fight. The best you can tell, some of them might have died from the violence, some of them might have died just being completely incapable of moving and not getting the help they needed. And they died slowly.
Ugh.
One of them might be the ghost, actually, judging by how this scene is.
Yeah. Feel bad for him. Not a lot we can do now, though.
Do they have any shinies?
No shinies in this room. Everything's all rusted.
Next door. More corpses.
This one seems to have been used as a stockpile for bodies. But because
Ugh.
bodies rot over time, it's sagged into itself like a slowly decaying building. It's not a fun metaphor to actually see.
Or smell.
Yes, there is a smell.
So what did these bodies die from the same thing? Can I make a medicine check or something?
You can go ahead, but it's very difficult considering the state of decomposition you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
What are they?
It's
What's
hard to say.
the-
So some of them are definitely dwarves that have just mummified from the room's conditions, but some of them
Okay.
look like goblins and taller people.
Hmm.
I mean, sometimes they work with bugbears or like proper bears, so I don't know.
I wonder what piled them all in here.
The victor probably.
Mm. Yeah.
Means we have to find Victor.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's all, folks. Oh, beds.
Thierry, since your perception is godlike, don't know where you got that expert from.
I got it from. It was a feat. That
Kenny Acumen.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Listen, I take care of myself. You lean against the wall briefly, and fall through it.
Huh. Great going, Detective Terry.
Thank you.
To be fair, this door seemed to have been partially open. Also, monastery, this room is filled to the brim with skeletons.
Skeleetons?
Skeletons!
Skeleetons!
One of them is in full combat gear. The others are like partially armored with like, scimitars and stuff.
But they're the dead kind of skeletons.
Oh.
They're the dead kind of skeletons. For now.
Don't you mean skeletons?
Get out of here.
Skeletons.
As I mentioned, for now, there is one body that's kind of out of place now that you actually give it a good once over. So these all look like dwarven dudes. One of them looks like let me just double check this. A tall humanoid, to best you can tell, and they have like a set of tools next to them. You walk into the room, and that is the trigger.
Oh boy.
When is it not the trigger, really? You walk into the room, the mimic says hello.
Oh, the
Suddenly,
skeletons.
it's all skeletons.
Oh my god.
It's the skeleton bundle fun pack.
It's time.
By the way, did I already give you 40 experience points for that shadow you beat up?
No.
No.
Give it. Take it. Eat it. Dunk it in some food.
Think.
It's time for a skeleton battle. As they all rattled into animation, their rusty armor squeaking and grinding together, creating high-pitched squeaks and
I'm gonna
scratching.
get the poop beaten out of me.
Well,
Also, Snoggu is for some reason in here also.
Smagu's always.
Snuggle
close
is
at
where the
hand.
fun is.
He was following the monster into every room, so yeah.
Gosh, this is again one of those situations where a cleric goes, positive energy against undead is so delicious, and then he goes, wait, I can't defend myself, and he just gets beaten up. This isn't the first edition where I can wear good armor. Ah!
That 3-action heal though. It's too juicy to pass up.
He just runs into a room full of skeletons. I was like, why are you doing this? You're unarmored.
But the damage!
Snoggle, however, is first to respond, probably because he's antsy after getting beat up so much.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I rolled
by
perception
the way,
instead of initiative.
by
Can
the
I?
way,
Can I get my initial roll?
You can give it. What's your initial roll? Just give me the number
23. 23.
for hot bath.
Oui.
I said update. 23. No, that's 25. That's a higher number. There we go.
Oh no.
Snuggle, what do you do in your turn?
what do I do to run away safely?
Well, they haven't had their turn yet, so they don't have any reaction, so you're probably safe.
I'm gonna walk back. One.
Masterful. Tactical genius.
And then I'm gonna ask Splash the two in the corner there. Or one on the corner there.
You hit the guys over there in the back. Sploosh. Ah, my snoot. It's all wiggly.
No.
Good news. You still splash them. Like, you just hit the wall behind them, inflicting one whole acid on both.
Wow.
Hey, it's the fun part of splash damage, man. You always get something, and if they're weak to it, rattle, 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 rattle.
Rattle, 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 rattle.
It slowly draws its rusty scimitar forth. You can just hear small bits of the edge catching and snapping along the way. And then it wields it with a mighty swoosh and deals a terrifying 8 damage. It's actually pretty high. Hot bath. Monastery is getting
Air
beaten
battle.
up. You can hear it.
What's
Whoa.
happening?
Okay. What is that one across from? I can't see it very well.
Actually, Monastery, give yourself that health back. I forgot these guys are technically all starting prone, so he needs to get up before he can swing. In that case, he can't hit you as well. So
The one just across from the doorway, is he special in some fashion?
yes, he has like full combat gear. He has a shield even.
Oh wow.
Spooky.
Giblets, get in there. Help our paladin, our champion.
There's also one other part about him that kind of gets you. When you look really close at him, you can tell that his bones are covered in these small glowing cracks. Bloody Giblets, do not close the door.
We just close the door and leave.
Dibbles will support, and Hotbath will take a strike at this. Nope.
How can this party of 4 people not have any bludgeoning damage between them?
The economy is in shambles.
Clubs are free!
I have a staff, but
And Giblets will do his
Well, it's only 5 resisted, so actually still hit him. You can roll me the precision damage on top from your buddy. See, that's a nice 12 damage to this big guy.
slashing 7.
No, it's added to your damage, so
Oh right, yeah.
combines, meaning you do 12.
And then that's my turn.
Very handsome. Despite having no muscles, he does have the technique. The technique. The technique, Patrick. Or is it Squidward? I don't even know anymore who's doing it nowadays. This guy gets up, makes himself large and tall, and draws his long sword, and then sort of aims it towards. This thing is very shoddily animated. It's kind of like stop motion, like the Argonauts one is.
Hey,
thought-
those things were impressive.
Okay, apparently I can only set this for person to person, which means that I have to endure this. Hey, I want you to know about this guy's status effect.
You want to know the status?
This guy gets up, draws his weapon, and steps into you. This guy will follow the same, since they're all, like, not adjacent, so they have to... Listen, the guys who are adjacent to you are about to start beating you up, Monastery. Just you wait. Thierry. This is one.
electric arc.
Nice choice. They are resistant, but hey, maybe you hit them.
Well,
Trying to electrocute bones. Well, you hit one of them for full damage. Nice. So one of them takes 3. The other takes none, because half and then resistance.
right.
Unfortunately, you're going to need a bit more of a varied repertoire on these guys. Don't worry, though. There are other skeletons elsewhere, and there are constructs who are also resistant to all kinds of things, and you're probably going to have to fight a dragon who's immune to acid. So, it's, life finds a way of just making you slightly frustrated. This guy gets up and look at him. Look, I told you, one of them can actually draw his weapon and strike at you.
Mies.
Frick! Monastery, you're surrounded on all sides by skeletons. You're probably going insane right now.
Don't suppose these guys have attack of opportunity.
Judging by how rattly they move, they probably don't have the reflexes for it.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna step over here next to Giblets,
Hi, Giblets.
and then activate my martial stance.
Rawr.
Beat him up, boys.
It's my diplomacy. Boop.
Success. Critical, in fact.
Ooh, so it gets up to 20,
Nice.
and then I'll raise my shield.
I think I'm going to give you like a little color range where everyone knows where they're at. I
Ooh,
forget.
it's bright.
Color adjustment is hella bright. Yeah. Ugh. There. That'll do for now. This is where everyone gets the good juice. This man gets up. Just give him a moment. He just needs to get up to speed. Luckily, you are a trained fighter, and they are no match for thee, Snuggu.
Okay, I'm gonna launch a piece of rock or something at one of them.
You take one of the bedposts and swing it at one of them. Who are you hitting? Doesn't matter, does it? Let's go for that weak one. Well, unfortunately, the skeletons actually have armor class of 18. They're pretty well defended.
No. Never mind.
Whoa,
Except
whoa.
shield.
Suit armor and stuff.
Step. And then with his rusty arms, go swibbity swibbity.
Block, block.
Honestly, you can just hold your shield in their general direction and just start wailing on it.
Giblets, keep at it. You're doing great.
Grr.
He'll support, and then he will hunt prey on that fancier looking skeleton and do a hunted shot.
Just solid blow. Solid
Ooh.
blow. Combined damage. That's probably going to destroy him. So that's 19, and you get your support twice.
Yep.
19 becomes 14. 20. So it's down to critical. Critical hit points.
And
It
then
starts
I
to
still have
quiver and quiver faster and faster as it takes
I'll
damage.
Just can I aid monastery?
How?
I say
Hit that one. There.
You know what? Sure, you'll use an action and you'll pulling an arrow at it to keep it busy.
yeah.
The skeleton captain, or captain in life, skeleton in death, quivers and quivers. He's making noise, just standing there. Before he unleashes
Rev it up.
he doesn't attack with his sword. It falls out of his hand because it's just shaking so much, and he just claws at the bear and at you, monastery. First the bear, then you. I think it hits the bear. Here's the bear damage, and then he just his shield just twitches as it holds it up, and then you decide
I
to
can
beat him
also
up.
Hit him in the face.
Eat
and
pants. Also, giblets
bear
take less
takes-
damage. 6 less.
Take 6 less.
Oh.
Eh.
Unfortunately, despite his jitteriness, it just makes him awkward to hit.
I'm also enfeebled as heck, so
Yeah, you're,
Why is this? Why is this skeleton?
Why is the skeleton vibrating?
who knows? But now they're all
for
like
her pleasure.
piling up. Oh, excuse me. It's only the first one that gets that. The second one is this. Well, we'll just take that lower roll. How about that? It's only fair. So one of them hits you.
Okay.
There's a little ouchie.
No, I have my shield up, sorry.
Marvelous, aren't you?
24. Well, the first one. Is the 25 the one that counts, or the 11?
25 counts.
Okay, then yeah. I'll take 7.
This one just can't find a break. He just kind of moves around awkwardly, wasting his whole turn trying to find a way past his friends.
Something stinks. It's probably skeletons.
And skeletons are not resistant to acid, though, so that's nice. They are bones, after all. You can't shock a bone. You can't. Well, actually, you should be able to burn a bone because that's how you make bone readings and stuff. But I guess it's hard.
It takes time. Compared to the flesh, it doesn't burn as quickly.
There's a higher burn point for bones.
Burn point for bones.
Oh wait, I do actually have something.
Is it a good idea?
Yes.
Handsome.
Pummeling rabble. Oh wait, no, is that a cone?
It's
Yeah.
undefined. That's what it is. Thanks.
My favorite.
I love not knowing what's going on. Pummeling rubble. Hurl a cone of rocks. It is a 15-foot cone. It's basically burning hands. Why are there so many different just 15-foot cones at level 1? You want a chilling spray? Do you want pummeling rubble? Do you want burning hands? So yes, you cannot use this without hitting at least one of your allies. And
You
that's
can
if you
hit me, it's fine.
I mean, you could try. You could, you know,
Actually, no, that's probably not a good idea.
giblets
My
could probably
reflex
take
save
it.
is- My reflex save is terrible, but
You could hit so many skeletons, though.
Yeah, that's.
yeah, think of the bone damage.
Bone damage. Think of the bones,
Yeah,
baby.
I don't want to hit Snog either.
Think of all the bones you're gonna bust.
Yeah, you could. Can't you step and cast?
Thing is, though, skeletons are super good at reflex save, so that is the problem.
You'd think they wouldn't be, given how they're kind of shambly.
It makes them twitchy, you know.
Oh yeah.
Plus, the rocks just go right through their rib cage.
Well then, Terry, it's still your turn.
Yeah,
You gotta draw something, Rudy.
yeah, I'm gonna try it anyway.
What a handsome move. Let's see it in action. Could you please step over, please? Otherwise, you'll just hit Snogu for no reason.
Oh, I didn't realize this was that many skeletons in there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
They're all like level 0, but you know, life finds a way to make skeletons annoying.
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a
So-
look. See at your DC, which is
5.
It's
the DC is 19. So most of them fail. One of them probably gets destroyed. Roll me 2d4, please, for the damage.
I think I crit failed.
that's an attack.
Oh, sorry.
What the hell is going on right now? Why is Bloody Giblets rolling crit? He's not any area of effect. Leave him out of this.
Is
Don't
he
roll-
not? Oh, okay.
No. it's a cone that. Let me just draw this out for you actually, so you can see
It's
it.
a
The cone is in a corner and it goes like this, so it hits all their
Got it.
skeletons over there.
Cool.
And me.
That's a sensible way to use this cone.
yeah.
5
this
damage. Well, one of them just turns into this spray of skeleton bones.
I'm also using hero point to reroll my thing.
I mean,
So
if you
kinda
if
beefed it. There we go.
skeleton now he has a skull on him. He has on his head.
I don't know why.
Yuck.
No, let's take 5 damage and are pushed away, which means they have to spend an action to catch back up again. That took minus no, not that many. Whoops. This one takes 5. And they all get pushed into each other, and it's all very awkward. Clattering against the wall, clatter. It's Monastery decides to join him. He's just that sporting.
I mean, I got hit, so
Luckily for you, skeletons are mindless and therefore incapable of comprehending the concept of flanking to gain an advantage. So his arm just goes swing a swing a swing.
miss.
Monastery.
That's me.
That's you.
I'm gonna get back in my corner and attack Bone Boy over there by giblets with a slashy. Knees. Shield time.
Shield time. Ba, 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 ba. Listen, this skeleton is mindless, so he wants you to fill out his paperwork already. Don't forget to leave him a review on Death Yelp. Snagu.
I
Dead
just
Yelp's
now
just
realized.
going.
I just now realized that half my spells have reflex saves. I can't even with this. Okay,
Damn
Diversify your portfolio.
I'm gonna acid splash this gentleman here. This one.
Fair enough. You acid splash the fine gentleman, which will hit the adjacent gentleman for 1, but that's it's 1 damage. They'll live. That's a hit. Show me the goods. He takes 5. Actually, he takes 6 because he always takes. He also has persistent damage of 2. 1. Actually, just 1. Which means that by the end of his turn, he'll be at 1 hit point. So he's just got to soften him up a little bit.
And shield.
This guy awkwardly moves over his friends. And then he turns into a spinning dervish.
Block.
Man, that shield of yours is doing so much double duty.
Yeah.
Right.
Hot
well, they
bath.
still got targeted on the thing, so
Giblets, come on, we almost got him.
and oh, I'm gonna hero point.
I feel better about yourself. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
If life gives you apples, you tell them, I wanted bananas. You will give me bananas. I got a gun.
I got a hero point. Reroll the second one, right?
Fair. You can reroll either. I'll let you do either.
Okay, then the first one.
Actually-
Oh no,
Actually, one of
Oh,
us.
you get the plus. Get a
Yes,
plus 1 for
you're
my
you're
roll.
you're in good boy
right.
range.
that's right.
Roll me the
Yay.
goods. I think he's going to go down, though. He's already melting from all the acid. Excellent. Good news, everyone. He has been destroyed. Bad news, everyone. He was shaking for a damn good reason.
Uh-oh.
No.
You watch as the unholy energy that binds him explodes with a minimal damage roll.
Hey.
Snake eyes, baby. No,
No,
giblets,
giblets.
no!
No,
Hero
Giblet!
point.
Save this
Oh,
innocent
I
baby.
Name. He's actually living up to his name now.
Ah, why does it not want to? There we go.
That's a crit.
There we go.
Giblets goes
Yep.
from fucked up to none at all, baby.
From point blank, he does a sick bear backflip.
Matrix bullet time.
Just he gets Photoshop edited and they just rotate him around a couple of times.
He just tweens out of the way.
Yes! Yes! Unfortunately, that will not stop the other skeleton from unleashing his wrath, I think. Although I think you still have some actions left, don't you?
Technically, I do have an action.
Would you like to spend that one
Uh,
before this gentleman
Knock
walks up?
an arrow at this skeleton. Oh, hey. Look at that.
Hey,
It's another 3.
dink.
Has Giblets done anything on your turn yet? I think you support it, right?
He supported
Yeah,
it.
Cool. Well, then, maybe the better idea would have been hit this guy. Or was that your target?
Oh, well, actually, technically, he does still get a support.
Yeah, so
He
maybe
like
this guy would be a better target then. And it is because he goes
Ooh.
down, baby!
Big support. Help
Yep.
for bear
Thank you, Bear.
was a good point.
This guy, because of the... Oh, wait, I forgot. This guy also has to roll me the reflex save because he was also in the exploding range, wasn't he? Well, I mean, he takes half, so he just soaks it all up, I think. Listen, he's resistant to slashing. The bone shards just go straight through him. He starts trying to hit a bear with a sword. But you know what they say, you can't skin a bear without a bastard sword.
Without a bear skinning item.
A sword of bear skinning.
Hmm.
Well, Terry, things are looking up Millhouse.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Should have bought those shorts.
Again more experimenting. Gonna use days just to see what that'll do.
Good
That's fine.
news! Sorry, excuse me. Terrible news. Since these skeletons are mindless, they are by definition immune to mental effects. Because they have no brain. So I'm just going to refund that because you're very much aware that skeletons work that way.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen. Okay.
I mean, if the skeleton had a mind, like he's an intelligent on that, yes, you could totally fucking make him go, whoa, but not this guy. Man, I got such a headache, I need my aspirin. I can't swallow aspirin, I don't have a stomach, no!
Puts it in his mouth and falls to the ground like, oh man.
Casual produce flame then.
Man, this is just the worst.
Hey.
Can't believe being a skeleton worked out so... Hey, still do damage, nice.
1 damage.
Just the one, but hey, listen. We've seen how many monsters end up at 1 hit point at the end.
Yeah, it matters.
Only a true cheapskate would go, 1 damage, ugh, I'm too good. And then it's like at 1 hit point. Monastery. Oh man, if you would Whirlwind Strike, you would hit every one of your allies. Technically speaking. Now, I think you could choose targets. But still. It's like Link does a spin attack and everyone around him is an ally except one.
I'll attack that guy.
Thanks,
with
Link.
Regular old smack. Miss.
Oh, that's a... Oof. Oof.
And...
I just noticed...
If it's 18, I can possibly hit it. Nope.
Possibly.
Shield.
Your shield is doing so much duty, though, around here.
Yeah.
This guy gives you the old Uncle Spin'em Dervish treatment.
Wow, the first one actually hits.
Not a lot of crits
Doesn't.
on these skeletons,
I
surprisingly.
have 24 AC, so yeah, I guess.
You want to use your reaction to block that, because it'll just soak it completely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not take that damage.
Good idea. Bad idea. Snuggu.
Okay, I'm gonna launch a skull of one of them at the one that's nearest to me, like the one in the corner.
Marvelous. The one in the corner over here. Oh, they're all about the same hit points, so yeah, sure. Hit him in the back, baby! You miss. Or the better said, you hit it, but it just makes one of its bones spin around.
Okay, that's a shield.
The hip bone's connected to the hip bone.
Which one can I see? This one,
2
I
of them at the
guess?
very least.
Is there one across from Giblets? or
Yes.
Stacked with another one? Oh, okay. I can't see it. Yeah, I'll get Giblets to support, and then I will hunt prey, and then I will hunt a shot.
I think that's a critical hit, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Destroy this gentleman. Give him heck.
Ladies and gents, we got him.
He's gone. He's just gone, man. Like you hit him in the spine and it takes his whole ribcage down with him.
Well, so technically, I don't do a second.
Nope, because it's only against a
Strike.
specific target.
So do I get my second strike at regular MAP?
No, your hunted strike works exclusively against your hunted target, so you have to hunt a target, and then that's the only valid target for that.
Right, but if I don't do the second arrow,
I mean, you
and
could
I
make a
might-
normal attack, yes.
right, and that would be at -5.
Well, it's always at -5. Hunted shot does not negate that.
No, I know, but like,
Well, yeah, because you mean in that way? Yes, your MEP does not increase because you never make that second attack in the first place. So,
Right,
boom, that's a 4. Oh man, that skeleton's starting to look real skeletoned. Terry, what a mess of bones it is in there. But hey, those tools look mighty shiny,
Yeah.
and these guys probably won't leave you alone if you leave either.
More flame. Go
Well, hey,
on.
show him the goods. That's a solid blow, and that takes him down. Would you look at that?
Get spiced on.
If I hear
Yeah.
anyone ever complain about damage, look at these fine gentlemen, despite the odds, doing the work that needs to be done. Again, if these creatures have morale, there'd be something to concern yourself with, but this guy is just like swishy, swishy, swishy.
Nope, nope, nope.
Like he hits you in the same place every time because he's just a mindless automaton, essentially. Monastery, it's your turn. Just please put him out of his misery. He just looks like a fool now.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Hit.
Resisted.
Fortunately, it's a low roll on that damage too,
Eh,
and that'll do it.
like it.
That'll do it. There you go.
Rip and rip.
Let me just do a quick calculation. It's 10 per skeleton because they're level 0. Their toughness really. That resistance does a lot of heavy lifting for these guys. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also can't hit for balls, so
Hey, it's a
Well,
nice-
against you with your shield up.
Yeah,
yeah.
24. Yeah, they've plus 8, man. The bigger guy is worth 30, so in total, they're worth 80 experience points. Let me just write that out for you. In fact, let's have the gentleman himself say it. 80 XP, baby.
Rare. 80 experience.
Why do you have a 9? Where did you get that one from? Like, it's
Because
the
you gave
5
us
now.
44 for taking something down earlier, the slime. And
No,
we
just
had
40. Just
eight-
for...
Oh, okay. Then
There-
that's 5.
So what I don't like about this, by the way, is while every creature will always award you 0 or 5 experience points, for simple hazards, aka one-shot traps, can give you 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 2, 6, 4, or 2. And I'm like, you were so close.
I
So
hate
close.
that. There's like 3 or 4 monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh that have not 5 or 0, like not 50 or 0 at the end of their attack stat.
Why?
They can really make the whole thing complicated.
Significant numbers, people. Significant numbers. Also, even the deadliest trap you're supposed to face, like party plus 4, is still worth less than just one dude of your level. It's just silly. Point is, the room is clear enough for now. I mean, unless you turn into a skeleton when you touch any of them. But let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Going around, scattering little bits of holy water and sanctifying this a little.
So anyone who wants to examine the thieves' body, because the tools they're carrying is a set of infiltrators' thieves' tools, aka the good shit. If you like
those are
picking
handy.
locks,
I could use those.
it even comes with 2 sets of replacement picks. Let me put them in the loot sheet.
Damn. Anyone else?
This is a high-level thief who, by the way, by the looks of it, is an elf. Like they got that long elvish head. Ugh.
Ugh.
It's an alien.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how familiar anyone here is with elf anatomy, but they definitely aren't anything that's around nowadays. There's also something funny in this. There's a pouch with like 65 gold pieces. I'll just add that on top. It's an awkward number, but hey, party funds. What's more interesting than any of that is, or the +1 scimitar she has. She has a +1 scimitar, by the way. Let me just throw that in there. She has an IOU from the Black family. There's just an IOU in her purse. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, why does that card have? It just has
Yep.
an extra 30 defense.
Yeah, like everything else goes to like 50 is the lowest the last 2 numbers can be. Everything else is 100. It's frustrating.
Wait, did you just post the thing?
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
I think there's
Why?
also another one.
I wonder if those numbers are supposed to be. Oh, I see. They're swapped from each other. Okay, that's. No, wait, no. So they're probably references to a specific years or something stupid like that. Gosh, those numbers look like they're going to be like any creature whose attack is half of this.
Mm. Unless one of you wants to take that scimitar, certainly use it if a close combat ever happens. If I lose my bow.
Scimitars are good at attacking multiple enemies around you because I think it has sweep.
I'm already set for swords at
Does
the
have
moment.
sweep. Oh, but wait, it's not
I-
agile.
think that's it.
That's what sweep is, a pseudo agile, but it's a little weaker than that.
Yeah.
I love that it says Chinese lore given is not official on the wiki. Do not
Yeah.
trust the Chinese lore. Oh, come on, it's not even a notice as to why its attack power is so weird. Ugh. What is with you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki? Where's my trivia section?
Is this a
Come on.
wall here on the side?
On the what side of the small room?
Yeah.
Actually, because of how it works, you can just tell it's a secret door. Supposed to be one.
Oh right, no, yeah. Sorry, Tiri walked through it.
Yeah.
And ahead of you, you see the foggy room, full of fog, and
Is
a
there
bunch of
anything
stone
else
pews.
in this skeleton room of value?
Not really. The rogues seem to have all the good stuff in here because they were a later edition.
Okay. As we face down the fog room, I am quite starving, so could potentially
Call it.
we
It is late,
pause
yes.
it there.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
It is about that time, ain't it, buckaroos? Well, next time, we'll see how things go. We'll see where you guys go, who you're going to beat up. Maybe there's more skeletons. Maybe there's things that aren't skeletons. That'd be nice. Or spooks. Don't worry, there are lots of things that are not skeletons or spooks, like a dragon. And apparently a table that tries to kill people.
Looking forward to the
Killer
dragon.
table.
Can you imagine getting beat up by a table? What's going to be on your gravestone? Did not set the table right.
Just an epitaph. We'll table this for now.
No. Oh
Tried
no.
to turn the tables.
I've been defeated. I've
How
been
the
slain.
tables have turned. All right, thanks very
How
much
the
for the game.
Yes.
Game.
See you.
Thankful game.
See you tomorrow. Hot bath.
Yep. Bye bye.
Later.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Bye.